Welcome to the show. Everybody is Dee. I'm glad you're here. Let's get into some things. I hope you're ready, cause this is what I do. It's all about different perspectives in here. Where you gon' get the real, no BS in here. We keep it real as we can. You can tell your truth and feel comfortable here. These reactions, videos and live these reactions. She's about to put on a show. These reactions, just to let you know, like, share, subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDee's reactions. Keep it real, keep it these reactions. What you gon' do? DeeDee's reactions. We about to go live. Subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDee's reactions. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Welcome to the show. Everybody is Dee. I'm glad you're here. Let's get into some things. I hope you're ready, cause this is what I do. It's all about different perspectives in here. Where you gon' get the real, no BS in here. We keep it real as we can. You can tell your truth and feel comfortable here. These reactions, videos and live these reactions. She's about to put on a show. These reactions, just to let you know, like, share, subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDee's reactions. Keep it real, keep it these reactions. What you gon' do? DeeDee's reactions. We about to go live. Subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDee's reactions. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh.
What up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the first live stream of the year. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank y'all so much for being here. Listen, as you come into the building, make sure you hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me good. 1 in the chat if the audio is good. 1 in the chat if the audio is good. So y'all, listen, I really didn't have a show planned for you guys, but I wanted to get on here just to, to get you guys in here to say Happy New Year to y'all. I hope y'all are enjoying the new year so far and that all is well with you and everybody is blessed. But I also wanted to address this whole Somali situation, this fraud in Minnesota, y'all. I want to talk about it and I want to get y'all thoughts on it. I think I did a video on it a week ago, I think. But I wanted to bring it here in a live stream because I definitely want to get y'all thoughts on it, what you think about it. Y'all know I got to sprinkle my little politics in here a little bit here and there because I am, curious about these sort of things as well. So, yeah, I want to get y'all thoughts on it. I want to hear what you have to say. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Shout out to everybody watching, everybody in the building. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me see who's in here. Kennard, the DJ, what's going on? How are you? Happy New Year to you. DeAndre, I hope I'm saying that right. How are you? Kiera, how are you? Shout out to, is it Mate 6542 already? Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you so much for the support. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can support via Super Chat or Cash App. That definitely helps the channel out. So make sure you are supporting in that way. Lorenzo Redmond in the building. Alex in the building. What's going on, Alex? Shout out to everybody in the building. Listen, thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. We gonna hop into this video because I don't want to keep y'all too long this evening, but I definitely want to get into this and get your thoughts on it. So I want to play some clips for you guys. Shout out to Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley is the one who kind of, did the investigating these whole Minnesota Somali fraud situation, y'all. This is really getting out of hand. It's just crazy to me to see what's unfolding and just how it's all looking. It's just crazy just to be able to witness all of this is insane to me. I have so many thoughts going through my head. And so that's why I kind of wanted to share it with y'all, and I want to get y'all thoughts on it. So I'm gonna go through this video, and if anybody want to come up and give their thoughts, I'll pull you up. Make sure you have a picture on your avatar, or you cam up if you want to come up and give your thoughts on this whole fraud situation, because I want to hear from the people. I want to hear what y'all have to say on this. So we're gonna get through the video, and then I want to open the chat, open the panel up. If you want to come up and give your thoughts on it, I definitely want to hear from you. All right. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. I have a couple of clips I want to share, and we're going to go through them. And then if you want to come up and give your thoughts, we can do it. But we're going to, get through it rather quickly. I don't want to keep y'all too late because it's already kind of late as it is. But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like button as you come into the building. Here we go.
Right here, you have a list of all of the healthcare companies. Loads of them right here. We want healthcare.
No, it's okay.
Yes, we'd like to speak about getting healthcare here.
No.
Why can't I get healthcare here?
No, wait.
Warning, you are under video surveillance. No trespassing, security, armed. This is the strangest place I've ever been to get healthcare. Just a bunch of different places. Healthcare here, healthcare right here, another healthcare company right here. There are 3 healthcare companies inside of this building right here in this room of 7C. Now we have another Helping Hands, Home Care LLC, another healthcare company, Present Help right here. We're looking for the best rates of healthcare here inside this building because we have so many options. Who can we talk to about getting the best healthcare?
I don't know.
No?
Sorry.
All right. We will not get any healthcare here. David, this is one of the stranger places I've ever been. Literally, healthcare every door you go to, yet nobody will give you a rate. How much money do you think's been funneled through this building?
Every year, I would say 50 to 60 million at least.
And finally, we were accepted into one of the daycare centers in the...
Wait, he say 50 to 60 million a year? Lord. Think of how many Americans, Americans born here, FBAs. How many do you know could go and get that amount of money? Hell, 3 million from the government. I'm just asking, do y'all know of any Black people or people who were born in this country, Black people, let's just say Black people, let's just keep it that, who could go and get, just even 3 million, $1 million to start some type of business, of healthcare business that could help people? Do y'all know of any Black people who could get that, who've been able to get even just $1 million from the government to start a healthcare business? I'm just saying, because I don't know anybody, but if you know somebody, let me know, because this is damn. He said 50 to 60 million, and they're going there to try to investigate to see if they could, okay, how do we sign up? And nobody wanted to talk to him. Let's continue.
Actually took down information to give us a rate. However, when we left, we were then met with the police.
We received a complaint that someone matching your description were in this building harassing the individuals who stay here.
Oh, we're checking out the rates for healthcare. Because there's 14 healthcare companies inside this building, so.
Okay.
Well, that's not what he said. He said there's 14 companies here, and he's trying to assume because they're Somali providers, everyone here is fraudulent.
Okay.
So
He's here with some kind of like propaganda.
No, we're just checking.
No, this is a area that we're allowed to enforce trespassing ordinance. Is there any other reason you guys are here?
Well, we were checking rates.
No, he's not.
We were checking rates. We asked for rates.
No, you're not.
Okay. if you guys are all good, we're gonna step outside and we can continue this conversation.
All right, let's leave. So, all right, we're getting escorted out right now. The police have arrived. We were checking out the rates, seeing what was happening inside this building. No one would really speak with us. We did go inside the one daycare center, and she actually did give us rates for childcare. Much respect to that lady. What's the problem, officer?
Well, so again, we've been getting reports from multiple individuals that you guys were harassing individuals who work here. At the end of the day, this is private property, and it's one that people are allowed to ask you to leave, and it's also when the Minneapolis Police Department is allowed to enforce trespassing ordinance at this address.
Who's your son, Joey?
My son Joey. Can I check out daycare center?
I'm the owner.
Do you put your kid here in this daycare?
No.
There is one child in there. Yeah, I'd like to know if this is a legit business.
Me, I'm scared of you too. How come I explain everything?
You're scared of me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of your very.
Because of my color. You said you're scared of me because of my color. Does that make you a racist?
Yeah, no. No.
You said you're scared of me because of my color.
I'm not saying you're racist.
You said you're scared of me because of my color. That makes you a racist. So right now, they're all getting mad because he's showing the paperwork of this business being registered as a business. 74 children, no children. We saw one child when the lady opened the door.
So
Now they're all getting mad.
what was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that money spent on?
Ask the owner.
Are there any kids?
Ask the owner and the kids.
Well, then why are you talking for the owner if you're telling me to talk to the
I'm
owner?
sorry. I'm not understand what you're talking about.
Do you have a child here?
No.
Does anybody? Where are the 74 kids? Did you lose them? Did you lose these kids? Do I need to call someone? Do I need to issue an Amber Alert for missing children?
And now we're being followed by the Somali. Here we have 2 child daycare centers. We have the Minnesota Child.
Where the kids? Did you lose them? Where all these kids at? That is interesting. Like, y'all have all these buildings, you know what I mean, that to provide these services, but doesn't seem like a service is being provided. There's nobody there. It does look suspicious, you know, and all this money just vanished into the thin air, and people's and this has been happening for years, allegedly, from what they're saying, that this has been going on for years, and now they're just comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot going on. Let's continue.
Care Center, and then we also have Nuna. Between the two, 2.66 million. Hello. Hi.
Why are you recording?
Yes. We would like to know.
Well, it says we're trying to figure out 102 children. Is that for this facility?
What is the name?
It's from the state of Minnesota website. It says you have 102 children here in your child care.
Which child care name is a lot of
Minnesota Child Care right here. It's from the state of Minnesota's website. We're just wondering where the children are.
Where the children are?
Yeah, where are the children? It says you have 102 children here,
Okay.
and you got $2.66 million this year in funding, and $2.5 million last year. We're just wondering where the kids are.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley.
And where are you? Which department? That is harassment.
Oh, we are from ourselves.
Yeah.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going.
Maybe.
Look at that. Shut us down. Where are the children at? No children inside of this daycare center. And look at this daycare center right here. No children inside of this daycare center. But between those buildings, over $2.6 million. We were just curious, where are the children at? Here's another daycare center inside of the same building.
We don't want you to be videotaping anything.
Where is all the money going for if there's no children at these daycare centers?
Sir,
Yes.
I told you, please leave.
Yes, we have a question though. Where is the children at these daycare centers if there's millions?
And then this is another question I had too, and maybe some of y'all can answer for me. A lot of the daycare facilities and programs are supposed to be for Somali children, right? There was some reports saying that there weren't enough. And then some of the programs supposed to be for autistic children, for Somali autistic children, if I'm not mistaken, and they're supposed to be bringing these kids to help them and do things for them off of the taxpayers' dime, right? There were some reports that were saying that they couldn't even find enough children, enough autistic children to even provide that sort of care for. Some reports were saying, have there ever been children in these facilities, or is this just a way for them to funnel, money or get money from the government to do whatever it is they want to do with it? Because as we'll continue to see, there are a lot of these residents, Somali residents in Minnesota, living in nice houses now. Nice houses. Not saying they can't have a nice house. I'm just telling you what they're putting out there. Nice big houses. And the houses are listed as businesses. The houses are listed as businesses for daycares for children. So why are your homes listed as daycare businesses that's supposed to be helping these children, and they don't have any children, and they have an attitude? Why y'all mad? If this is legit and y'all are really doing business, the way you should, why they so hostile and talking fast and getting all upset? Why are you upset? Because people are asking questions. What if somebody really did want some services? What are you going to do? Turn them around because they're not Somali? Is it just for Somali? And then that's another question I have too. So why is it that the government in America is paying for, to the tune of now they're saying probably way to the tune of billions, for all of these immigrants? And you have people right in this country who are suffering, who can't even afford rent, who are struggling, working 2 and 3 jobs. People are saying American people are getting frustrated because they're like, wait a minute, y'all got money to give to the tune of billions to these immigrants, but you won't even, you're not even able to help Americans struggling. There's still homeless people on the streets, homeless veterans and things of that nature, where y'all can't even help to house them, but you're housing all of these immigrants. That's crazy to me. But hey, what do I know? Let's continue.
Of dollars.
Ask the local government. Yeah.
We have the paper right here. Come here.
Who are you, first of all?
My name's Nick Shirley.
You don't have any permission to record me. Period.
Can we talk outside?
You don't have permission to record.
She doesn't have permission to record me.
You cannot stop people on the street and question them.
We can ask.
You don't have any permission.
Where are the children?
I will sue you. You don't have any permission. We have nothing to do with this. You understand?
Then are there
children? So leave. Please leave.
Are there children here?
Please leave.
Where are the children? $2.6 million for a daycare center. We just want to know, where are the children?
Who you work for?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Who do you work for?
I work for myself, Nick Shirley.
Okay, what are you recording?
We're wondering, where are the children? $2.66 million for
You're not talking to
the Minnesota
right
Child Care Center.
You're not talking to the right person.
Are there children that come here? Answer the question. Are there children? There's no children inside this building.
I don't know who you're talking to. Leave.
That's just a simple question. Where are the children at?
And right now on Polymarket, there's only a 4% chance that Tim Walz is charged by March 31st. It's time to hold our politicians accountable, especially when there's blatant fraud. Minnesota, Somali.
Now, that's another question I had too, y'all, because I'm full of questions. Excuse me, y'all. I have a little, oh Lord, I always have a cold around this time or something going on. But that's my question too. How are these people able to do this? There has to be politicians and people who are allowing them and aiding them in doing this. They couldn't just come here and just do this themselves. You have to allow this process to take place. So somebody, in my opinion, just off of what I've been watching and what I've been seeing, there has to be politicians at the helm of this. Somebody in bed with these people to get, first off, allow them this type of money and allow this to proceed to the tune of billions of dollars spent from you know what I'm saying? This is insane. So it's no wonder why the people have this attitude and this entitlement, because they've been allowed to get away with this. They're talking about all the majority of the Somali community in Minnesota. The majority of them are on government assistance. They say they're driving expensive cars, living in expensive houses, and they don't have to do anything but just sit back and collect this money. That's crazy. I'm just like, damn. I mean, there are people who are getting fed up with this type of stuff happening. People are like, damn, they treat the immigrants better than your own citizens. There are a lot of people who are saying this should not be happening, which I agree. It should not be happening, but child, they allowed it to happen though. I mean, yeah, the people are doing what they're doing, but somebody had to they allowed this to happen. You don't just get to the tune of billions of dollars just on a whim. No, somebody's in bed, everybody's getting paid, in my opinion, to allow this to happen. That's how I see it anyway. Let's continue.
Started following us around the city.
And now we're being followed by the Somalis. This is another daycare center, absolutely no signage, and there's no footprints in the snow of children playing outside. $5 million within the past
5.9 million in 2 years. 5.9 million they received in 2 years. That facility right there
And now we have a group of Somalis telling us in our vehicle right now.
From this daycare center, we headed over to the infamous Quality Learning Center, which actually spells Quality Leering Center on the outside of their sign. That's how blatant this fraud is here at this.
And look, not even to be funny, not even trying to be funny, but you know, when they be trying to scam you, you know, they got them scammers. I'm just saying, we've all, I don't know if y'all even counted them, but we have, you know, trying to scam you, faking like sending you them emails with all the misspellings and stuff like that. That's a telltale sign, in my opinion. They be scamming you, sending them fake emails with the words spelled wrong, and then they try to call you up. You barely know what they're saying, and I'm not even trying to be mean, but I'm just saying I don't understand what you're saying. But you try. All I know is you scamming. You're scamming with, you know, scam calls, scam emails, scam texts. They get your information, play like they're your bank and all of this. And then y'all sitting up here known to you know, to scam Americans. But then y'all have this attitude and this entitlement, like you better than us. Like you better than us. When you scam, you need us to scam. You need us to scam. And it's just crazy to me. So yeah, that's a telltale sign when the things are spelled wrong, because we know that's what happens. That's how you know. You see those emails coming through your emails, you like, and they like, and then they fake as your billing people, fake like their credit card companies and stuff like that to try to scam you. Talking about you owe, you know, I get all kinds of them. You owe this and that. And I'm like, I don't owe a goddamn thing. I've already paid my bill for that. So you don't know that. So I've already paid my bill. You trying to send me to my, oh, you're behind. You have to pay this and that. And I know I already paid my bill. So I know that's not, so I know to delete it and then report it. But yeah, be trying to scam people left and right. And then y'all get the attitude of thinking y'all better. It's just insane to me. Anyway, let's continue.
Daycare.
Don't open up!
So this is Quality Leering Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
Don't open
They
up!
said they spelt learning wrong.
Don't open up!
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a YouTuber.
Don't open up!
Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Don't open up! We have ice!
And what do you think about this place being licensed for 99 children
Don't open up!
and getting $4 million
Don't
over
open
the
up! It's ice!
$4 million in the last 2 years?
Go away!
What do you think about that? Are you in
Go
favor?
away!
Are you in favor of that?
But and then it's funny too, you know what? It's you almost be like, and listen, I'm not trying to even be mean or funny or none of that. I'm just saying, like, there are people who support this, and you like, are you getting something out of it too? Because if you're supporting this and you're not getting paid with them, I don't understand it. I could see if you were getting some kickbacks or you was getting something, and I'm gonna say allegedly, if you was getting some kickbacks or something with these people they was paying you to be a part of, I could see why. I don't condone it, but I could see why you would support it, because you're benefiting. So if you're following this and you're supporting this and you don't benefit nothing from it, what are you doing? Like that don't make no sense, because it's taken away from you. Like if they getting all the benefits, you get nothing. Why are you in support of that? Especially if it's fraud. I'm not saying that you can't help people and all that. It's okay. But I'm saying we're talking about fraud here to the tune of billions of dollars. Like that's insane. And you wouldn't even be, as an American citizen, you probably wouldn't even ever be able to amass that amount of money from the government. They would never give it to you to start a business or do anything like that. You're going to have to really get it out the mud. But then these people just come here and they just get it and you just sit back looking stupid. Let's continue.
Go away!
You know
You're
what
not welcome here.
Are you-
Shame on you.
Are you in favor of $1.9 million going illegally?
Why was the word learning misspelled?
That was a printing error.
And how long was it that way?
I don't know, but the printer.
Baby, they said that sign was like that for 8 years. I don't know if that's true, but there are people who are saying that that's been like that for 8 years. And then she gonna point out that now, because once this, Nick Shirley opened the lid on this, now they started somehow bringing kids to the school in the evening, talking about the place opens from 2 to 10. The guy is going to explain it. It just sounds weird to me still. I don't know no daycare that opens at those hours. Most people have to work in the mornings. Most people work in the daytime. So that's when they need daycare for their kids. In the evening, most people don't need daycare. Now, there, of course, some people work in the evening, but most people need daycare in the morning. So what daycare y'all know that opens from 2 to 10? I don't know any that opens from those hours. And I know there's aftercare for certain spots for people who need daycare in the evening, but the majority of daycares are open in the morning hours. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, so that was weird to me. But anyway, let's continue.
Now that you guys have put the printer at bay, now the printer is reprinting that up again. So sometimes it's just hard to get printers to come out in the wintertime as the weather changes to put up new signage and things of that nature. And because we had different types of weather elements going on, it was just delayed. But for the simple fact, just because it is a misprint, everyone is taking that out of content.
It looks like it's fixed now, though. Yeah. And who are these people here?
People, American. Oh, they're people.
Well, that looks like some daycare kids.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know why y'all thinking kids are not coming. Like y'all are out here like kids are not coming.
Here in Minnesota, a local realtor reached out to me to tell me about another way that Somalians are scamming Minnesotans out of their taxpayer dollars. In her community alone, Somalians have bought up over 455 homes. They buy these homes, claiming they're turning these homes into home health care centers. She says the way we know Somalians have bought these homes is because all of a sudden, extremely nice cars start showing up. Mercedes, BMWs, the nicest cars are parked in the driveway. And she said by law, the state will not come out and inspect these homes and make sure these homes even have clients living in these homes. She also said, as a realtor, she cannot disclose to people wanting to buy homes in this neighborhood that Somalians have bought that home and they're using that as a home health care center. She said these homes can even take people in who've just been released from jail, and the neighborhood does not need to know about this. But she says many of these homes do not even have clients in them. But the state is writing them checks every month for the clients that the Somalians say are in these homes. And these Somalians are making millions of dollars off of these homes every year. The Somalians have figured out exactly the perfect plan as to how to scam Minnesota taxpayers out of their money. They are banking on this, making millions of dollars. And the government here in Minnesota is too lazy to go and check it out and to see if there's even clients living in these homes. The fraud in Minnesota is so deep. Let me know your thoughts on this one.
The fraud claim. There's no fraud going on.
Now, this is, I guess, I don't know if he's the owner of this place or whatever, but he's talking about, they got him out there for him to talk about, explain that there's no fraud going on. And then what really busts my head open is they're going to finally get to explaining somehow overnight, y'all. Somebody broke into the place and stole all their paperwork. But we're going to get to that because that really took me out. I ain't going to lie. Let's continue. Hit the like button, please. Hit the like button.
No, whatsoever. Kids come to us. Clients come to us. Their parents come to us. They're here daily. They leave on time. They come on time. There's no fraud going on whatsoever. Where those claims came from, I mean, if a group of people does fraud, you don't paint the brush with everyone in that group. You don't say, hey, there's a group of people that are Somali that are doing fraud. Say, hey, every single Somali must be part of fraud. No, we're business owners. Being a business owner is extremely tough. Trying to raise kids that are not yours, that are others, is extremely tough as well.
Yesterday morning, I was called by...
But trying to raise kids that are not yours. So what is happening? So they're taking kids from... Where are the kids coming from? I'm confused. So they're trying to raise kids that are not theirs. So are y'all getting kids from Somalia and they're coming into the country and y'all placing them in these places to live? Or what? I thought it was just a daycare. Like to watch, daycare is for to watch kids while you're working and then they go home. But are y'all housing kids to take care from other countries? Child, I don't know. Oh, Lord Jesus. It's just, I swear, that's why I say this is too much. This is too much. What in the hell? Like, what? And then there's this other lady she was telling them, please check Ohio. I'm pretty sure Minnesota is not only the only place that this is taking place. I'm pretty sure it goes a lot deeper than what we're seeing here, but this is insane, y'all. Now here he is. I don't know. Now he's claiming that somebody broke into their school, one of their schools, and stole all the paperwork that proves that they have children coming to the schools. Check it out.
By the owner, because unfortunately someone came in to our daycare. We looked and saw what happened, and we saw that the suspect came in from the back, broke in from the back kitchen, and he also destroyed the wall to come in. As we walked around the daycare, we saw that our office doors was broken into as well. We saw that, unfortunately, there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone. There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were ripped from our book. This is devastating news, and we don't know why this is targeting our Somali community, as one video made by a specific individual made this all happen. We've been receiving hateful messages through our voice notes threatening us since the past couple of days, including one that happened yesterday morning after the break-in. This is frightening and exhausting because this is happening to us Somali communities as Somali Americans. We are supposed to stand with each other and help each other through everything that's happening. This is also sad that a video can cause all of this. I want to say that there are hundreds of daycares out there, Somali daycares that are out there, and we all help our children and everyone in our community. We have high quality.
Your community, isn't it mostly Somalis in the community that they're helping? I saw another video where the guy was saying, hey, he was trying to get Section 8 now, and he was like, he showed up and there was like 1,000 Somalis in front of him, and they got all the help, and by the time they got to him, there was nothing left. So I'm like, is it a takeover? Like, because then there are people they have them out here talking about they're taking over and they're gonna take over and what's rightfully theirs and all this kind of shit. I'm just like, baby, I don't what the hell? Let's continue.
All the daycares, and this is very.
And I'm like, who do they suspect broke into the place? Was it another Somali? Who? Because that's mostly what's in that community, right? Because who else broke in? Like, I'm just saying. Do they think who do they have a suspect? Who do they think did it? All of a sudden, now somebody broke in. Child, please, let's continue.
Sad news that one individual who made a false claim about fraud that is happening in the daycares, how engaged everyone else to come and do this to us.
I want to talk about how the average American is starting to feel as major corruption is being exposed, especially now with the case in Minnesota and the daycare fraud. This is not just about money being stolen anymore. It's about a growing feeling that being a good citizen, being a hardworking person, paying your taxes may not be worth it. People are starting to feel stupid. They think, well, I'm here, I'm playing by the rules, I am working hard, I'm providing for my family, I'm doing the hard work, and I'm the idiot. You see the memes online and we laugh, like, oh, me on my way to work, thinking that I should have just opened a daycare center in Minnesota and made millions. And again, it is funny, but it's also deeply sad. Because the next thing is, why am I even doing this? And that's the part that no one wants to talk about, because this kind of feeling shapes culture. I come from Brazil, as you know, and in Brazil we have this thing we call the Brazilian way, which is the idea that there's always a shortcut, there's always a loophole, a way to take advantage of a situation. And people think it comes out of nowhere. Oh, it's just the Brazilian way of living. No, this comes from years of Brazilian people being robbed and nothing being done with the thieves. So we now think that survival means cheating the system before it cheats you. Eventually, people stop believing that being honest is rewarded. When a society teaches its citizens that being honest makes you a loser, well, that's really dangerous. You don't just lose money, you lose trust, you lose dignity, you lose the culture that holds it all together. And once that's gone, it's really hard to get back.
Yeah, listen, I think this is crazy. Y'all let me know your thoughts. I mean, I just think that it's very concerning, and I'm still stuck on like, how could this happen? Like, it was one thing when, when we saw all of these immigrants, illegal immigrants, not, illegal immigrants pouring into the country, and getting all of these resources. They were getting food stamps and healthcare, probably everything that they could get, free places to stay and all of that. They had a whole brand new apartment complex, I forget where they were allowing these immigrants, putting them in apartments. And there are people, people who are from this country who couldn't pay rent, and they were homeless and living out on the street, but they wouldn't provide a place for homeless Americans to be somewhere until they're able to get themselves up on their feet. And I get it, you know. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, but people who coming into the country can get all of the benefits that American citizens pay into. So you pay into it one way or another. You pay taxes. I mean, if you own a home, you got to pay taxes. You got to pay everything. And every year this stuff goes up and up and up. And we still got to pay for it. Even when jobs are scarce, people are having a hard time finding jobs. People are getting, even with this massive layoff that a lot of people have recently seen, and people are struggling paycheck to paycheck. There's no relief for the American people, but you have money. Hell, where was it? What city was it when the natural disaster, a flood or a storm happened, and FEMA didn't have any money? They claimed they had no money, no resources to help Americans. There was no money to help these people from a natural disaster. But y'all had just finished giving all this money to overseas, to all these people. Like, how? Like, I'm just like, what is going on, y'all? Really? Like, what is happening? All I could think of, and I was telling my husband this, all I could think of is maybe, somebody is just doing all this and they're pocketing the money. Somebody is stealing big time. Somebody is trying to get money out of this by sending money overseas, giving money to all these immigrants so they can take a cut out of it too. I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, something has got to stop. Something has got to change. This don't seem right to me. It really doesn't. It just seems weird. But thank God there are some people who are getting out here and saying enough is enough. Let's go see. Where's all these children? Because I'm still like, where are all the goddamn children? Where are all the children? All these children that y'all supposed to be helping? Where are these children coming from? Are they coming from Are they coming from Somalia? Are y'all just sneaking them into? Are they legal? Like, what's going on? Why y'all have so many children that need all this help when y'all getting government assistance when y'all come into the country? And they're giving y'all places to stay. They're giving y'all money to eat. Y'all got cars and y'all buying expensive. How y'all getting all this? All these daycare, how many damn daycares y'all need for Minnesota? I'm just saying. How many daycares do y'all need when most of y'all don't seem, I'm just saying, allegedly, don't seem like y'all work, y'all chilling, y'all getting government assistance. So if it's not fraud, what is it? That's all I'm saying. If it's not fraud, then what is it? Let's perhaps we just think and not look at all this information that we see with the Ilhan Omar and all of this stuff. She don't know what happened to the money. Somebody needs to be held responsible, but they don't know who. In Minnesota, where it's majority of y'all, and it's just vanished into thin air, and nobody knows where all y'all. While the money gone, y'all popping up with Mercedes Benz and expensive cars and Birkin bags and stuff. I'm just saying, allegedly. I don't know. So where is it all going? If it's not fraud, if it's not happening in Minnesota, if y'all not doing it, if all these daycares got all these children, where are all these children coming from? And who's taking care of them? He said they got to take care of other people's children. Why? Why? Why do y'all got to take care of other people's children, and where are the children coming from? And then there's the video they're driving around to these residents. These are residents' homes, nice homes, might I add. And they're supposed to be, they're listed as daycare. So who are y'all taking in, refugees? Like, who are y'all taking in to the tune of $1 billion? That would be concerning to anybody. Anybody with a brain will look at that and say, well, damn, where is this money going? You know what I'm saying? Like, where is it going? Who's getting it? What are y'all doing? There needs to be some type of you know what I mean? Checks or something. Somebody need to be checking to make sure that these businesses are running the way they're supposed to, that it is actual business happening and it's not just people just saying it is. Why is that not happening? See, that's why I don't blame them. I blame the system, because y'all had to allow that to happen. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I'm just surprised by all of it. Mark Kendall 8114, thank you for the super chat, says illegal immigrants were housed to secure votes. I heard that too, and replace the Democratic base. Meanwhile, the blacks has requested reparations without success. Now, I've heard that too, Mark. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. I've heard that too, that they wanted these immigrants to come in and replace you know, for votes and stuff like that. But if you're not a legal citizen, are you able to vote? Because that was something that they were saying too, that was allegedly happening, that they were signing illegal immigrants up. The voting people were coming out to their apartments where they had them staying for free, signing them up to vote as if they were registering them to vote, even though they're illegal. They're illegal. They're not citizens. They're illegal immigrants. So I heard that too, and I'm just like, wow, it's a lot. You know, it's just, I just, you know, you can't help but to pay attention to this type of thing, because you got to think about, like, what is happening. Then they out here making videos left and right talking about we're taking over and this and that, and this is our home and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, oh Lord Jesus Christ. I don't know what else to say. I just think it's just ridiculous, and something has to happen. And they're still investigating. And my thing is, what will actually come of all of this? What will actually happen? Will there be we've already seen a bunch of arrests already. So they've already arrested some fraudulent individuals. So they've made a lot of arrests already, and they may be looking to make more to try to uncover where this money is going. Is it going back to their country? Is it helping, you know, other things that it shouldn't be going towards? And how long are y'all going to keep this up? So every year they just get more and more money from the government for fake businesses and fake institutions, allegedly. You know, there's not real business going on, and who is benefiting from this business? And why is it only businesses that seem to support Somali Americans? Why can't it support regular Americans? Is it just for Somalis or what? That's my question. In America, that's crazy. So I just don't. Democrats, quick 504 says Democrats got all kinds of foreigners and tethers in office to undermine us. That's another thing too. How these people, there's alleged reports that this woman was married to her brother, that this is how they do. That's a part of their culture. I don't know. There's a lot going on. Like, and then there are also reports that Ilhan Omar, her husband, has like closed his accounts and things like that. They're allegedly saying that she was funneling money through his accounts. You know, she came from a negative to what, $30 million, you know, to having $30 million in just a short period of time. Like, where did that money come from? Like, if y'all got a guess, and y'all, you know, it needs to be looked at. I'm just saying, like, it's crazy how a lot of these immigrants come into the country, and then it's almost as if, like I said, you know, people, and we have had these discussions on this panel about tethers and, you know, FBAs, foundational Black Americans, and how certain things were not afforded to Black people, but these immigrants come in and they get a leg up, and they're able to they get money to start businesses, but they won't give money to foundational Black Americans to start businesses on their own, but they'll give it to immigrants. And so the immigrants come over, and then they don't like Black people, from what I'm hearing, and then they think that they're better because they've been told Black people are lazy and this and that and that. And so they come over and they get money. And then you got the scammers that come over and say, hell, we're going to keep scamming. We're going to scam. We don't care about none of that. And then they think they're better. And then they just keep doing it. And they become entitled because they've been gotten away with it for so long. And now it's just a part of, now they just think they're, you know, they're at the top. I'm just like, boy, I said this before. If Donald Trump getting in office really kind of like blew the lid off a lot of stuff. Because I really do honestly think that if Kamala would have won, we would not see any of this. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think if Kamala had won the president, became president, none of this would have surfaced. I don't think none of this would have came. They would have covered it up, kept covering it up. I don't think we would see any of this. I'm just saying, I really don't, because I think they are aware of what's going. Somebody's aware, and you just letting it happen. Just let it happen. But child, I can't wait to see how this unfolds. What is happening? Yeah, the brick lady is a Somalian as well. Look at her attitude. You just think you can come here and just do whatever you want, and they let you, because they let you do it. They gotta let you do it in order for you to feel entitled and confident enough to keep doing it. And a lot of them people, and no disrespect, but they talk like they're entitled. I did a video of Tariq Nasheed interviewing or talking to the Somali man, and they're just entitled, and they know what it is, but they're like, oh, we should just supposed to support them. Let them keep doing the fraud. As Black people, we're supposed to allow. We don't get nothing out of that. We don't gain nothing out of that. I'm just saying, there's nothing that most black people gain from that. So why? Well, that's not our fight, nor not our lane. I'm just saying, it's just crazy. Anyway, y'all, I put the link. If you want to come up and give your thoughts on this whole, Somali situation, go ahead, click the link, come on and join. I'm gonna leave the link for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna remove it. But if you want to come up and give your thoughts, make sure you click the link to come up and give your perspective. Make sure you are hitting the like button, y'all. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the like button. Also, let me know your thoughts in the chat. And if you want to come up and give your thoughts on the whole Somali fraud situation, go ahead and click the link to do that. But yeah, it's just crazy. Shout out once again to Nick Shirley for uncovering this. There's another clip surfacing of this reporter. I think it's on CNN where, and that's another thing too, I noticed too. Why is it that people are seeming to, and it seems like it's Democrats, and I'm not even gonna lie. It seems like Democrats are supporting this almost as if they don't want to uncover it or don't want to talk about it or don't want to address it. And I wonder why that is, why that is. And I think that's just why a lot of this can happen, because there are a lot of people who are complicit in this type of behavior. They're okay with it. You're okay with it until it affects you, until now your jobs are being taken away, or your resources or benefits are being taken away. And then when you don't have any other resources, or being an American citizen and you don't have resources and you can't get this, or they start, look at people talking about the cost of healthcare is going through the roof. They're talking about healthcare is super expensive now. The government healthcare is not affordable anymore. That's going up. So if you think that none of this is going to affect you, I think you might have to think again, because all we do is see things constantly going up, constantly getting taxes, property taxes, all that go up every year. Honestly, every year property taxes go up. So you see taxes increasing, things that you have to pay for are constantly increasing, and nobody's giving you no benefits or subsidies or anything to help you with those increases. You gotta keep just paying it out till you can't pay it no more. While people who are not from this country could come in and get a leg up, get loans and all kinds of things, start businesses, get all this money, and the people from here can't get a damn thing. I'm just saying. Happy New Year. What's going on, Queen of Vibes? Happy New Year. So I think this is weird. I think it's really weird. It really is that this is happening, and to happen so big, Yeah, it's crazy, but I guess they're gonna get to the bottom of it. I don't know. There were some reports even saying that they didn't find any fraud, or that it was not fraud. Like, how did y'all find that quickly? Don't you have to do a deep dive and to see and to find out where the money is going and how is that? You know, I just feel like there are people who are in cahoots with this. That's just how I feel. There are people who are definitely in high places who are or who have allowed this to happen. And this is why you didn't hear about it and why it have to take people, you know, where you know to look into it in order to get the FBI to come out and investigate it and do the work that they should have been doing in the first place. And you know, so I'm, you know, I don't know, and I don't know and what a name, Ilhan Omar. You know, that's a whole nother story. That's just like there's a lot going on. People turn a blind eye, let it happen, and just said, "Oh well, you know, for whatever benefit, whatever. Let's just let it happen. We don't care. You know, the American people, we don't care. Like whatever's happening with them, let it happen. You know, no matter if everything is taxes are going up. That's in fact, we were going to have to increase the taxes because we still got to make sure we pay for all this, you know, immigrant stuff. I don't know, y'all. Their harder property tax revenues are hijacked like this. It wouldn't even let me borrow. They wouldn't even let me borrow for $5. Right. The Somali pirates need to stop thieving and start fixing their homelands. Deportation now. Right. And oh my God, when you look at where they come from versus where they at, that's a come up for them for sure. For sure. That must supposed to say taxpayer money type of okay, got it. What's going on, Bernard Whipple? Somalis have the most hatred towards FBA. A white shop owner told me the Somalis say the Black American is lazy. These people, yeah, we hear it all the time. Let's see. Look at the head on that dude. These are the greatest liars. We are not falling for these lies. I agree with Taco 100% with these scammers. They got a PhD in fraud and communications from the Quality Leering Center. Exactly. This dude looked like a little boy that runs a daycare. They were robbed by who? Another black dude. That's crazy. Alien Bub Light. Oh Lord. Y'all a mess. Amazing how someone stole their documents right after an investigation was opened into billions of dollars missing. This line might work in Somalia, but in America, not so much. I hope so. I hope you're right. Captain Phillips and the Black Hawk. I hope you're right. Because it would be a shame to just, you know, ignore this and let it just keep happening. That's crazy. There's a video showing Omar getting prepped to take a seat from a black representative. I think I did see that video. Quick 504, and that's crazy. They only worried about themselves. So it's like they want to come here and just take over. They're not worried about nobody else. It's just them, you know, which, you know, I always wonder too, like that, you know, yeah, this is fraud is sad and it's disheartening to see this happening. And it's allowed to happen. But it makes me think about Black Americans. Like, what are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why everybody else will assemble amongst themselves? Like somebody pointed out too, there's a what they call it, a little you know, the little spots. There's a spot for the Japanese people. There's a spot for the Chinese. They create their own little worlds amongst each other. They all like band together. I'm not saying it's a perfect thing, but what's interesting is they will band together. They will band together no matter how corrupt or how crazy it might seem, but they will band together and look out for their own. Why is it that as Black people we have the hardest time doing that? I mean, especially now, like why, you know, we can't assemble like that and just all come together and just look out for each other. It's always a problem. But I will say, you know, they got their whole community where it's just them. I mean, I saw the Somali man tell the white dude, go back to the white area, baby. I almost fell out my chair. He told the white man, go back to the white area, go back to your area, get out of this area. You don't belong here. I'm like, what? I almost fell out my chair when I heard that. He literally go back to the white area. Stay out of our area. This is our area. This is ours. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And the man was like, "What are you talking about? I'm from here." But it seems to not matter. They can assemble to a spot and take over. Take over a certain Minnesota is theirs, and they take it over, and they doing what they want to do, and they getting paid, and they're helping each other do it. They're all in cahoots with it together. They all in houses and all working together to get everybody paid. And some allegedly saying that they may be even sending this money back to the country to help the people over there from the people who pay into this society. They're taking it to the tune of billions and helping their folks. And and a lot of people here are still struggling. A lot of people in America are still struggling, separate. Everybody's separate. Everybody doing their own thing. That's crazy. That's another thing I noticed too. It's always a problem. We've been conditioned, that's for sure. Meanwhile, I can hardly get a damn loan, LOL. Exactly. Black folks are gun shy after burn down Black Wall Street and towns. Yeah, you know what? And I don't forget that either, Quick 504. I don't forget that a lot of our stuff was burned down and taken away. People's lives destroyed, people's lives taken. So, but I'm like, should that be, and yeah, that's horrible. And I don't even forget that because that's in the back of my mind. But I'm like, should we keep focusing on that or start thinking about the future and start thinking about, hey, these you have immigrants who come from trash countries, places where it looks horrible. I ain't gonna lie, it looks dirty, it looks horrible. I wouldn't even want to live there. And they come here and they scam to the tune of billions of dollars, allegedly. And they got homes. They living better than ever. Driving Mercedes Benz and they saying BMWs and all kinds of cars, nice houses, taking care of this. And meanwhile, a lot of Black people in this country have never owned a Mercedes, never owned a Benz, probably will never own it. Don't make millions of dollars. Don't own a business. Don't have any of that. That's kind of interesting. And now maybe it's harder if we, by us doing it individually. But if we came together and come up with an actual plan to do something again, if we did it before, we could do it again. That would make the difference. I don't know. It's just crazy to see people that come from a whole nother country and come here and do that, even though they scamming. I'm just saying, that's crazy. Zookeeper, thank you for the super chat. Says no strict auditing process by a trusted agency leads to a mess. Right. The IRS needs to hunt down scammers and stop taxing the shit out of its good citizens. Exactly. Because that's crazy. People are out here struggling. People are literally struggling, homeless, with no jobs, trying to make it still got to pay high ass bills. While these people just scamming the shit out, and they're letting it happen. Thank you, Zookeeper, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Our tax dollars hard at work. They're from poophole countries. Black people are addicted to buying unnecessary things to show and not saving to invest. And that's true. That's true to that, Noah. But I mean, I watched Ilha Omar. She walking around with a Louis Vuitton bag. These people are buying expensive cars and nice house. They buying nice stuff too. They walking around with name brands and things on too. But only they just scamming to get it, allegedly. I just, America pushes individualism. I mean, but when it's us, I think we're the only ones that really like buy into that. Oh, I gotta get it out the mud by myself. A lot of people don't even push their children to work together. You know what I mean? Like you have children, like they don't even push, hey, pulling your resources together. You both getting your credit together and y'all put your resources together and you build together, start a business together and build it up. And that way when you create a family, your families could thrive. Both of your families can thrive. Everybody's separate. Pookie Jr. over here, struggling by himself. Your Aunt May, she's struggling. Christopher is over there. Little Christopher that grew up and he's struggling. He working at Walmart. She working at the beauty supply. he working over at, you know, at Popeyes, and it's like everybody is struggling individually trying to live it and make it, but nobody ever think about pulling resources together to say, hey, we're gonna build y'all credit up while y'all are kids, because you know you could work on your children's credit, your children's credit as children. You could work on their credit while they're young, you know. So by the time they 16, 18, they can have good credit scores. So if you can use that to benefit, they can use that to benefit themselves. And if you have several children, they could all pull their resources together and start a business. Do what you got to do. You might not be scamming to do it, but you can certainly pull your resources together. Hey, live together. Everybody want to have their own individual place so they can, you know, have the hoes or have the dudes over and, you know, be grown and live their life. But then you struggling to pay the rent, and then you going back to try to live with your parents because it got too expensive. So now you can't do it. But if y'all work together and y'all split things, and while you're building, it might work out. So I would always push for that, working together if you could, you know, if we could. You know, I know it's difficult and I know it may be a little hard, but maybe that's something to think about. You know what I'm saying? Something to think about. But the government side-eyed Black people for applying for Social Security. Lord. That's crazy. That's crazy. But one thing, that's the only thing that I would say that would be a positive thing. But I ain't nothing positive about coming to a country and scamming people out of money. Ain't nothing positive about that. But they will stick together and pull resources for each other. Like, come on. And allegedly sending money back to the people so they can get them over here too, and get them, or if they over there, get them to a better place. I'm like, damn. While a lot of people here are struggling, losing jobs left and right, food is high, you know, everything is expensive, and it's constantly going up, and people are constantly struggling. That's crazy to me. Is it T?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Sorry, I can't show my face. I'm currently at work right now.
That's okay. What's your thoughts on all of this?
Well, I think the problem with our people, black folks, is that we don't have a culture. We don't have no direction. We don't have order. Um, we don't know how to trust each other, and that's why foreigners, they come in, they thrive because they have something. Whereas though I know, like, it's stuff that's in the United States that's, you know, that's set up for us to fail. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we don't even trust one another. We don't work together
That's
or
true.
anything. So it's so many different. Even if we try to work together, it's so many different directions. Nobody's not on the same accord,
Yeah.
and that's the problem. And if we was all on the same accord, if we all, you know, because you see the Asians do it all the time. You see all
Mm-hmm.
these the Italians, they do it all the time. We don't even copy what they do, and you copy their blueprint, and see if we can accomplish something. You
Right.
know, we're always butting heads. It's just too much. We scamming one another. You know, and I don't mean to come in, and talk bad about our people, but that's that's the problem. If we can
Yeah.
fix those problems, man, we'll be ahead of the game overnight. You know. But it's unfortunate, man. And these Somalians, they come in, uh, thinking that they better than us. Same thing with Africans, Haitians. They all
Right.
think that we're lazy people, but we're
Yeah.
not. You know what I'm saying? This system is set up. I mean, if they really knew our history, they'll be more understanding. But they just coming in like, oh, y'all lazy. Y'all got so many different programs to take care of y'all. Y'all not motivated. Look at us. See, the problem is that they come in and they think that, okay, just because they got programs for them, this and the third, they think that we got the same thing that they have, and we
Right.
don't. That's the problem too. So they think, oh well, they lazy because I just got a store yesterday. I came off the boat last week. Why they ain't get a store? Why they ain't do this and why they ain't do that? Or they just lazy? No, because they have it designed to where it's easy for y'all to get and it's harder for us to get. You know. So that's just my thoughts on it. I appreciate you letting me speak.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you
Yeah.
for being here. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Made
no
a lot of
problem.
good sense. Take care.
Yes. Take care. Bye.
later. Yeah, I mean, hell, he made sense to me. I mean, because that's what we see. And you know, it was a running joke for a minute about, oh, black people can't, you can't, what was it? Well, something to the effect of black people, you can't put two niggas in a room or something like that. They can't work together. Something like made it a joke that black people can't really work together to build. I mean, I just now there are some people who have been able to do it, but I'm just saying in mass, like really, like look at what some of these people are doing. Like, how are they able to assemble? Whether it's however they're getting it, they were able to come up with a plan. I will say that come up with a plan, execute it, and benefit from it. You know, they figured something out, and they sitting there look like they living good. Fraud or not, I mean, look at it. And while you know everybody else, not even just it's just not even just black people, but just people in general in this country. Like, I mean, but I have to focus on us though, because you know we have a history. You know, yeah, we've built things and created things. Yes, they took it away, they tore it down, destroyed it, and that's disheartening. And every time I think about the different places and the different you know areas that were thriving black communities of black people owning stuff, because you know the first thing you always hear is, oh, black people don't own nothing, black people don't have this, they don't build it, but we have, and they destroyed it. So yeah, I can understand people feeling a certain type of way about recreating that because they think, oh, they're just going to destroy it again. But while we thinking like that, look how other people are coming in and benefiting off of that struggle. That's the part I think is not good. What's going on, Blue Exodus? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you? I
Uh-oh.
can't hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
Okay. I'm doing pretty well. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Hope all is well with you. What's your thoughts on all of this?
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in with what you were kind of saying earlier about us as Americans kind of being more this like individual type
Yeah.
of thing. I have noticed that not even just with us as Black Americans, but I think America in general nowadays has this independent individualism problem, and I think we're kind of seeing the difference between that and some of these other cultures that just newly came over here, whether they're scamming or the ones who aren't necessarily scamming but just will work together. I think that's something that we kind of fell off of as Americans. That now that we have more conveniences and everybody can kind of work and get it on their own, people want to just hoard everything for themselves until it's time to make a business or some bad happens or whatever. And then we look at these other communities like, oh, how are they able to do this, but we're not. Not to say that what the other brother was saying is not true about how they'll get certain business loans and things like this that we don't get, and they think that this is just an automatic thing in America, and it's not. And that's a huge problem too. How these immigrants can come over here brand new and get $20,000, vouchers and housing, all this kind of stuff. And like you said, you got homeless veterans out here and stuff like this. So there's definitely a lot of issues, but the politicians out there in Minnesota obviously know what's going on. There's no way that they've been doing this for this many years and none of them know what's going on. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of issues on both ends, but I think not the scamming part, but I think we can kind of learn from some of these immigrants when it comes to, building some of these communities together and not trying to kick your child out at 17. You know what I'm saying? Like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Different things like that. So I think there's some good and bad things to learn on both ends. But as far as them scamming folks and stealing our tax money, that's got to stop.
Right.
These taxes are insane. I forget what state you said you are, but I'm here in Illinois, excuse me. And the taxes, it's like every year it's something. And we got a lot of immigrants and stuff up here too. So.
Yeah, that's definitely have to stop. But this just makes me think of our communities and if we could like come together, because that's the one thing I do see, like you said, fraud or not, they helping each other. They it's like they've done something that I don't think we've been able to like do, especially in modern times. Like I know it's been done before, but since that, you know what I'm saying, collectively coming together and doing something that could benefit us, because ain't nobody else really looking out. I don't think, in my opinion, I'll say, I don't think too many people are really looking out for foundational black America. Like for real, I don't see nobody really looking
No.
out for us. So everybody else talking about get it out the mud. I'm like, that's how you got to get it. But if we were somehow able to work together and help each other out, where we all could like benefit, I think that would be great. But could it happen? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the $1 million question.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, that's and I'm not even I try to think positively about it, but we know people in our families who can't work together on nothing. Like, come on, and everybody's at odds with each other. So it's like, and even if it's I don't know, it's a dysfunctional situation at times. So I don't know how that would happen, but child, it's just crazy. Scam. What's going on,
What's
Scam?
going What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's your thoughts on all of this? Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's to you. Um, as usual, I got some dust because, of course, I don't agree with any of that. Is
You
here's
know,
the deal.
what you don't
Oh,
agree
go
with?
ahead. Okay. Most of the money that's scammed is by white collar white people. Is there a big outrage of people going to fight and do anything about it? No. But when it's black people from another country, and it's easy to go and say, "Man, look at them other blacks. They're doing it because they're black." Somalians, Africans, Nigerians, and some of them, yes, they are. Now it's outrage. So I'm wondering, is FBA nothing but are they did they sign a deal with the Klan so the Klan can take a vacation and the FBA, FDA, whatever it is, can go and find other black people and spend all day arguing with them about stuff that they're not going to fix anyway? I'm just curious.
Say that again. You say you're curious of what?
Okay, the FDA, which is dumb shit I never heard of till I came to dust panels. FDA, 1 minute foundational black, some kind of foundation, which I don't know what that foundation is. Because then they say the white man stripped us of our culture. They took it. Okay, well, that culture is Africa, right? But y'all hate the Africans. That don't make no sense. You want the culture, there it is. Go to Africa. Partner up with some Africans. Even if they're scamming, because let's be real, most people don't have any integrity. They have Jamaicans, Nigerians, Africans have a higher marriage rate, higher business. Like 1 out of 10 Haitians, I think, is a business owner of some sort. Why not wave the white flag and be like, "Hey, man, y'all got something that's working and y'all team to be working together, even though y'all got a small community. Let's do a 60-40 split, 40-60 split. Let's work together and we'll deal with the other issues later. But at least there's twice of us actually working together on something. And even if you only get 30% or 40% on that deal, that's better than zero." And after FDA's whatever's finished beating each other, beating up, fighting with Africans, Nigerians, they usually go and beat up on each other. So when they say we can't build no businesses, we don't got, well, there's a dust panel running every hour on the hour of black people, black men's and women's, and dog and whatever. Super chats flying through the sky, which means they're building something. So I guess they're good at demolition. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Scam. Are you serious, Scam? Sometimes I don't know if you be joking or not. Are you serious? Are you serious? Serious? Like, are you serious?
Me,
You really
me
in that
personally,
way?
have zero interest in forming a militia to go fight other black people. That's FDA. That's whatever a tether is.
I'm leaning by his fighting. I
No,
mean,
not interested.
just you mean like back and forth
Let's go
arguing.
get
Nobody's actually
them
fighting.
people. They're real problems. Most of them tend to be in the mirrors of most people. Instead of let's work on this food and health thing, let's work on this confidence and mental health thing. Let's go to problem 386 and worry about what some Africans doing 400 miles away and blame everything on them. versus going and saying, "Hey, man, can you show me your business plan?"
Are you doing that in your local community? Are you
I'm good.
working with the Africans? Oh, okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I
That's
know
good.
Nigerians, Haitians, Dominicans. I
Yeah,
don't
me
have
too.
a so racist. You people, you. Yeah, that's not me. They're
Wait,
good people and they're
where's
bad people.
the racist you people stuff? Can you give me an example?
FDA, whatever that is.
So where
No,
you
I'm
from?
saying
These
like,
people that come from these horrible countries. But
Who?
then you complain about the
What is your
country you're in.
lineage? Where you from? Where you from? What is your lineage?
Today is Somali. I'm Somalian today.
Oh, so basically
Today I am.
basically you
I
just
signed a
you
1-day contract.
basically you just here trolling because you say FBA this and that. Hey, bruh, when it comes down to us, we took care of everybody. Everybody who needed to come to this country, but it came down to the 1940s, 1950s, it was us who paved the way for everybody else to be able to come here. And when they came here and they shitted on us. So you better give the FBA some respect because we the one
No,
who paved the ways for you to get here.
no. But anyway,
Oh yeah, what you talking
I
about?
lived in.
What you talking about? Whatever. It's the
Yeah.
actual fact. If it wasn't for us paving the way, going through all this, getting the white folks to let y'all come here, y'all would never be here right now. You would be over there in your country eating dirt balls. I don't care. But the thing is, we try to help y'all. We even came over there, went to Africa to help push their stuff and help them. There was a lot of stuff going on in Africa that them white folks was about to tear down in Africa. We went there to go help out over there to get things going. Bruh, don't come here acting like you don't know. FBA is foundational Black Americans. We are not Africans. We are here. We
Scam
are
is from here, man. He's
we are
trolling.
from here. We are born and raised here. The thing is,
Right.
we've
So
been
it's
here
a
since
pick
the
and
70s.
choose foundation.
We've been here. No, ain't no pick and choose nothing.
Yes,
We've
pick and
been
choose.
here before slavery. We was here before white folks even got here. So you can get off that, bro. We are not no Africans. I don't even have a first, second, or third, or even an eighth cousin from Africa. We are
How do you know
from
that?
it. We got it out the mud here. Our blood is in the soil here. We built this country. And y'all come here, oh y'all don't want to help. Yeah, we helped Africa. We helped Africa get here. We helped Africa with their problems. We help them all kind of ways. But y'all come here, as soon as we pave the way for y'all to get here, and we make sure y'all get y'all schooling, we make sure y'all get the assistance that y'all need and everything else. But y'all don't want to mess with it. Y'all quickly jump on the white folks side. But as soon as y'all go ahead and y'all do all y'all scamming and stuff like that, and y'all get caught in y'all scamming, then you want to pretend to be like us. You want to try to fit in with us. No, don't fit in
Can you
with
say
us.
one thing?
We are not scammers.
Can you say one thing that's true? Just one?
What? What is that?
Okay. I lived in Virginia, Washington State, Houston, where Southwest Houston is full of Nigerians. Number one place they're located. DC, melting pot of everything. Northern Virginia, DC, Maryland, Florida, all kind of Caribbeans. The only place I've ever heard these dumb, they think they're better than us, and they don't. Only time I've ever heard that, and I'm old, I'm ancient.
Yeah,
I haven't
Nigerians,
heard this
everybody,
until
they
the
all
only
think they're
time
better
I
than
went to
us.
college with them, been in the military with them, been all over, been to other countries. Only time I ever heard this dumb stuff is on the internet. Dated Nigerians, dated Haitian, dated Jamaican, dated Costa Rican, Dominican,
Oh,
Puerto Rican. Well, that's America. Panamanian. I've never heard it before. You people, we're better than y'all. Never. Where are
yeah,
y'all
but
getting this
guess
from
what?
other than dust panels on the internet?
We hear it all the time. We hear from them all. Oh, how come we do
And if
better
they're
than
telling
you?
you lazy,
I come here with nothing. We work hard. You came here and got
are they telling
benefits
the truth?
that's benefits supposed to be for us. That's the reason why you got our stuff. That's not supposed to be for
So if they're
us.
supposed to be yours, you would have them, right?
Of course, we're supposed to have them, but the thing is, that's why the Democrats and the rest of them are going. That's why they deporting and moving them and immigrating them all here because they're losing their voting base with us.
Okay, so now the Republicans send you a check in the mail saying here's some Somalian money?
The Republicans don't send me nothing in the mail. The thing is,
Or did they just take the same
Look,
money and
listen,
go to Vegas?
I don't keep for either party. The reason why I don't keep for either party because neither one of them did anything for us. And I can't stand when somebody claims to be a Democrat. I can't stand when people claim to be a Republican. But the thing is,
that's fair. I can rock with you on that.
If one of the parties was to say that they got something and some tangibles or reparations or something for us, something that's due to us, it's owed to us, because we are not begging for nothing. We are not begging for nothing. We're not looking for a handout. We're looking for that. It's stuff that's been owed to us because everybody else got their reparations. They got their compensation. We got the worst of it, and we did not get no compensation or no reparations.
So let me ask you a question, a sensible one. Which makes more sense? Okay, let's say, because what I see is people arguing for money that doesn't exist. So I hear people, man, the reparations. Well, how much did you get last year? None. How much 5 years ago? The yelling, slobbering on microphones over a check of $0. If say 2026, 27. No, hold on. Let me finish.
There's a town in Illinois. Just the last couple of years, they actually gave Black Americans, I think, $20,000 in reparations. So it's starting to happen on small levels, but it's starting to happen.
Okay,
so, yeah.
Let's say that is happening, which I don't know.
It is. It is.
Okay,
Look
cool.
up.
So wouldn't it make more sense?
Illinois.
Cool. Wouldn't it make more sense instead of slobbering on microphones, yelling at Africans? Alleged African Somalians.
We tell them to get out of our way. We just want them to get out of our way. That's all.
Because they want some money too.
Stop pretending to be us and get out of our way. Because
I'm hear what Scam is saying.
Wouldn't it make more sense? Because there's not enough, and there's more people arguing about men's and women's and stupid stuff than these reparations, which is actually something that's legit. Wouldn't it make more sense to just, hey, Africans, Nigerians, look, man, we'll deal with our issues later. But let's get this money and let's do a 70-30 split, 30-70 split.
Wait, why would African immigrants get reparations in America?
No, they don't.
I'm a little confused.
That's
Wait, hold on. I want to know what Scam's response is. I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from, Scam. So don't take this as me disagreeing. In your opinion, why should African immigrants get reparations for American slavery? In your opinion?
Okay, here's simply put. Obviously, Somalians, Nigerian, whoever that y'all say scam and do all this, they were effective at doing something that got them some money.
Illegally.
They did something that got them a check.
Yeah.
Why don't you go, hey man,
I could tell you what happened.
We'll cut you a deal if we can do something and get some of this money.
Well,
why don't y'all go and help us out? Because y'all got something and we got zero.
Everything starts.
And we'll split it and work with criminals. 25%.
I ain't trying to work with criminals. I feel what you're saying, but if they got that money illegally, I'm good.
Not all of it is illegal. No, y'all. People take the worst narrative.
Ones who do.
And I won't lie. I lived in Houston. There's some scamification, but that's not the majority. Majority of them have businesses and have other stuff.
Bro, really think you was Somali.
Wouldn't it make sense to get a percentage of something versus arguing and fighting?
The ones who are not scamming, who are doing the right things, you do have foundational Black Americans who do work with them. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, there are towns that have started to give foundational Black Americans reparations. So that is starting. And in addition to that, you do have foundational Black Americans who do work with Africans, myself included. I've worked with African college students back in the day and stuff. So yeah, you do have that.
Okay.
Everything's not advertised online. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's fair. That's legit. I'll put my pistol down.
Hold on, Scam. Let me get Palmer. What's going on, Palmer? How are you?
I'm good. How you been?
Good. Happy New Year.
What's good, brother? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
What's your thoughts on all of this, Palmer? First, shout out to Classy Young Man 35. Thank you for the super chat. Says the American government basically sold out the American people. Thank you, Classy. I appreciate you. Palmer, go ahead.
I don't know about the American government sold out anybody, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, just how things played out. Truth be told, I say, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, Scam. I don't know if bro came on like he thought you Somali for real. But the southwest side of Houston is full of Nigerians Africans. It's a diverse side of Houston. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So he's square business when he's saying what he's saying to you. But the reality of it is, bro, it is kind of different, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. The way ours was orchestrated and the way they come out here with it, you come out here with some kind of family unit, you at least got some kind of structure.
That's true.
Structure out here was kind of burned to the ground. A lot of people that go to talking about Black Wall Street, I said this to somebody the other day. The reality of it was talking about money to a black person back in the day was like a form of disrespect because they was bringing their own resources together. Like, what you mean your money? They had their own ways of getting this to and fro. They was building that just got burned down. So, but I get what y'all saying, but like, I don't know how. I'm trying to find out how this all kind of tie into the Somali stuff.
It's more productive. This is my opinion. One, they act as if the narrative is as if 80% of all people coming from another country are scammers. That's not true. It's a small percentage, and people focus on the negative.
For sure.
So just like you said, like the family structure, the people who come over usually tend to be a better group of those group of people. We know that. But there is something of benefit that they have. They have numbers, they have monies, and they have numbers, they have community, they have business. And there are groups of scammers. It's better off to go and work together with some of that, even if it's a 30-70 split, to get some form of something versus arguing and fighting and ending up with nothing. That's my point.
But the thing is, when they do this scamming, they do it,
and they got some cute women too. I can't lie.
They do it in large groups. They don't have like one or two individuals. They do it as a group of 30, group of 50s, group of 100s, and when they all get busted, you see big warehouses, huge hotels, whole office buildings full of them getting rounded up because they all linked up together.
And he's stating the truth. Let's be real. It's kind of like when you see jobs coming out of town. They got a term called gatekeeping. Shoes, bro, look at how one of them will slide in the door, and you'll notice that it start getting less and less diverse, and you start to see it kind of populate with a certain ethnicity group, and they just kind of gatekeep it.
Yeah, because we talked about not too long ago, because my brother, he does truck driving, and there was a bunch of Nigerian dudes that started doing truck driving, and then you got the Mexicans came in that started doing truck driving, and they was trying to edge out, they talking to the owners of the companies to edge out Black American truck drivers to get more of their people to come into office and edge our people out. Talk about we work harder, they're lazy, They do it.
That's called competition. That's called competition.
Yeah, but the thing is,
and that's the very that's the very thing that y'all saying that black people should do that they won't do. Band together.
But some of them be illegal scam. A lot of them be illegal. A lot of them don't even be legal citizens. They be hiding and running from ICE or whoever. Like they don't be. They will do this young man that my daughter was dating. He worked at a what he worked some type of wood where they create wood or do some type of woodwork or something. And in there, he said a lot of them was illegal. And he was like one of the only black men working there. And they were talking to the boss to talk about, but he said he did a good job. They liked his work, but it was more of them in there. And if you say, what's what they say? Oh, ICE or whoever, they go get the running because most of them are illegal. And then they trying to etch out the one black man that's there because he does a good job. And you want to replace him with one of your people. So they do that. But I'm like, I don't think you should be allowed to do that in this country and you're illegal.
Illegal is illegal.
And why not work together? We talking about I think as black people, we always be the ones that be willing to work with other people. They just don't want to work with us. You think the Somalis would want to do that split that you talking about and work with us? I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
No, they won't. They'll keep it to themselves.
Yeah, I don't think they want to work with us. We more likely will work with people. We embrace everybody, but they don't really be trying to embrace us. They'll use us and then take over and then say, "Oh, we're lazy."
Correct.
They got a point with the lazy thing. I can't lie.
What you mean lazy?
Yeah,
thing?
a lot of them lazy too.
It's BMI. Yeah, they got their lazies too. They got their lazy.
The Somalians are lazy right now. They all sitting at home collecting money. That's very lazy.
They're not working scamming people.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh,
That's
no, I'll say it.
lazy
Most
person.
people are
Is
lazy.
that
Black,
I'm gonna
black,
keep it
lazy.
real with you, Scam. Your
Would that be
physique
white,
say a
lazy?
whole lot, bro. And them Somalis physiques ain't hitting on nothing, bro. Your physique say a lot, bro. And them they body just built bad. Keep it a key, bro. Like, nah, bro, that's laziness, bro. Like just cause you got a job don't mean that you eat, bro. Feel me? A lot of they kids
Hey,
be growing up messed up too, bro. We gotta keep it a kilo, bro.
No, I put the Somalians in there, and I put the Indians. They got them little bellies too. But
hey,
overall, let me tell you,
I got a question real quick though.
because
Why
BMI
is it?
represents lazy. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you good. Why is it that the particular, not all, but the particular immigrants that call Black Americans lazy and dumb, all this stuff, why are they not associated with MAGA? Why are they not called xenophobic? Why are they not called all of these things? But you have a small sector of foundational Black Americans online that will roast foreigners and call them light bulb head and say fix your country. And all of a sudden it's like, damn, you must be with MAGA. It's like, wait a minute. So Africans shouldn't build their countries up? We
Well,
don't
if you
have a
tell
roasting
them,
culture? Like,
no, if you
that's not a
tell them to,
MAGA thing?
how do you tell them to fix their country and then complain
Mhm.
about your own? Like complain
The
about
country
New
that we're
Orleans,
in.
Chicago,
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, we're in our own home. If you're in your house and it's messy, you're gonna be like, damn,
and
my
you
house is
kind of
messy.
got
Let
a
me,
home
clean it
field
up.
advantage. I'm saying if you go to some of them other countries, they kind of can't fix them countries. That's why they left.
Why?
But
Wait, why?
America is huh?
Wait. Say that.
Wait,
Say that.
why? Wait, why can't they though? If they're not
Um,
lazy, why can't they?
no, it
They
ain't
were
got to
just
do with lazy. It's a whole
they were
nother
just talking.
monster, bro.
Yeah, they were
What
just
is
talking
it?
about what
It's a
happened
whole
with
nother monster.
the
It
What is
ain't
it?
bombing.
rich. It's not as
Haiti
easy
killed
to
the
get to
yeah.
resources
Haiti
as
they
you
killed
think
the
it is,
president.
bro. America
Venezuela they
makes it
stole
look
an
easy,
election.
bro. It's not that easy to get
We've
them
had
resources
presidents
in
be
other countries,
assassinated.
bro.
We've had our
Huh?
leaders and presidents be assassinated. What I mean, okay.
Okay, if it's so easy, all right. How about this?
I didn't say it
Pick
was
a
easy. I
country,
said
go
why.
over there.
I never used the word easy.
Okay, here's the deal. If you're saying Jamaicans, Nigerians, or whatever country, how come y'all won't fix your country? America for black should be tight. Got got people working together, got playgrounds, everybody at the park and at the beach. Because they're like, man, y'all definitely y'all got everything infrastructure together, but y'all telling us to fix our country. That's probably what they're gonna tell you. When you
Yeah,
gonna fix New Orleans,
when you
Yeah,
Atlanta,
come,
because they left their
Memphis?
country.
yeah, when you
They
Yeah,
come
left their
here,
country.
we're in our house.
right, but they come here and they get resources that and
I
to
would too.
help
I
them.
want, hey, I want that 30-70 split.
But
I
they ain't
want it.
gonna give it to you, Scam. That's the thing. They're not trying to work with us. They don't. They want to replace us. They want to replace us. They could come here and get resources taken from what we've put in. They're not coming here. They coming here and getting resources that we've already put into. And then with this country, it didn't start out. You got to look at segregation, all of that stuff that happened where we weren't even considered a lot of the time. So you have to. They don't, a lot of them people I realized just recently, they don't really know the history of slavery and all of that stuff. They don't really, Jim Crow and segregation, they don't really know the history of black people. They just assume that, oh, we just been here all these years with none of that, where we had a clean, even slate and we just lazy because we don't have businesses and they don't even know the history a lot of times. So you have to consider that as well. And I just don't think that it's a fair thing I think people should, if immigration has always been a thing. You people can come into the country legally and put in your time and your work and contribute to society. Not just, they say the Somalis, they don't even, their contribution to this country is so minuscule. They don't even contribute. They just take and take and take it. And I don't think that that's fair. And if you have a situation where you are from this country, you're born and raised here, I guess that's foundational Black Americans. You're here, your lineage is here, you're from here. I think you would be a little concerned about people coming from other places coming in talking about they're taking over. They're literally talking about they're taking over. They're coming in and they think what Minnesota is owed to them, that is their land, and it's been there for, they say, 3,000 years, that Minnesota is for them. And they're coming in and taking over, and it's only gonna get better and better for them. So you think they want to work with you when they're talking about
Sure.
basically replacing you? Sounds like to
Bring
me.
Bring
Like,
something to the table. Why
hold
would they
on.
not?
Look at how many illegals got CDLs on the road right now. Imagine how many young brothers from the hood wouldn't mind driving the truck,
That's
but the
crazy.
system and how it's rigged up is hard for them to get on one. People talk like it's easy, bro.
Correct.
And then they don't even know how to people have lost their lives with them on the road. Let's be honest. There are people who've been deleted with them on the road. This man driving that big old semi truck on the road and killed a man because he don't know which way he going or whatever. He got confused or whatever. Don't speak a lick of English. Like, it's just a lot to consider, in my opinion. I don't get too deep in it, but I'm just saying I see a lot of stuff, and I'm just like, damn, how. Anyway, go ahead, y'all.
Like I say, but let's keep it real. The ones that come out here, they might not want to talk about it. They might act bad and bougie, but they come out here because they ain't got it like that, bro. America is a place where you can come listen with poor families and can come and get rich. They not crossing the border for no reason, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Be
Okay,
real.
so they're coming across and they're getting it, and there's people in America not getting it.
100% right. I ain't gonna lie to you, Scam. When you say certain things, boy, you be square business because they do. I can't bullshit. That's real business. They come out here and they get to it, but they come out here with an idea and a plan. I was kind of seeing it different, bro. Feel me? Africans coming out here and they looking at it different, like Mexicans coming out. They not seeing what black folks that went through, nigga. They looking at what they going through with white people. Like, they don't give a fuck what we got going on. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, if they got a plan, if there's some Jamaican, if I was really just had to get it in the only people who got the plan were the Jamaicans, Haitians, Nigerians. Can I take $1,000 and give 10 of them 100? Look, man, can you show me the plan? 1 out of 10 is gonna say, man, let me show you what's really popping off.
There's people that do that. It's just probably not broadcast online. So I'm saying, just like, for example, all of the dating panels with black men's and women's, as you say, bicker back and forth. Guess what? There's still black men's and women's in America getting married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But we might not see that on certain parts of. No, I'm saying like newlywed people, just over this 2025 and all that stuff. I forgot what the number was, but I guess it was some high percentage of black Americans allegedly that got married, something like that. Don't quote me. I don't remember the number off the top of my head, but black folks are getting married to each other, even though clearly there are dating and marriage issues within our community. So we might talk about the issues, but that doesn't negate that people are still getting married. Just like people might talk about the, I guess, diaspora issues between black America and, black immigrants coming here. And like DeeDee said, they may not know our history or our culture. Some of them say we don't have a culture, all of these things. So yeah, people are getting online and have these conversations. Some people might, be a little more comical with it or more aggressive with it, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's just getting some understanding both ways. There's YouTube channels. I don't know if I be shouting people's channels, but there's channels out there, where you have black people throughout the diaspora, talking about different news, good and bad, that's going on, not just in America, but in African nations and all this kind of stuff. And you'll see black Americans in the comments, oh, wow, I didn't know y'all had that going on. Oh, y'all got this leader over here that's, oh, okay, cool, blah, 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 blah. Oh, man, can I support him? Da, 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 da. Or vice versa. I've seen African YouTube channels and people admit like, wow, I didn't know all this stuff. I've been, watching these black history, civil rights videos, like young black British people I've been watching, and other, non-black Americans admitting that they didn't know this stuff, but they're like, let me take the time to learn this stuff now that I've immigrated over here or wherever they are, and want to learn more about it. People don't know, but you got to have the conversations and or do the research to do it. And sometimes, the conversations online might get a little wild. I just think it's funny how that gets related to MAGA or the Klan, who have not MAGA, but more so the Klan has a history of genocide and all this other kind of stuff. But a black person says, "Hey, go fix your country," and it's like, "Dang, y'all some not you, Scam. I'm not saying that you said this, but I've heard people online talking about, "Dang, y'all some black MAGA. Oh man, y'all worse than Trump." It's like, wait a minute. So you check somebody for saying you don't have a culture and tell them to fix what's going on in their homeland instead of disrespecting somebody else in their land, and that's somehow related to the Klan and Trump and MAGA and all this stuff. To me, that's kind of wild. It's as if we're supposed to just sit back and be docile and get ran over, not only by, the racist white America, but now you got, I guess, xenophobic black immigrants coming here, undermining us, telling us that we don't deserve reparations. You got people in politics who have power to say yay or nay to things like reparations, who have said no. I forget the dude's name, like Brian something. I forget his name, but a black dude from, I think he's of Haitian descent or some kind of Caribbean descent, and he was interviewed, I believe, on the Breakfast Club or something, and they were asking, how come you said no to the reparations bill? He's like, well, if it's supposed to only be for black people that descend from slavery in America, that means me and my family wouldn't get it. So no, I'm not going to support that. So yeah, the more black Americans, or foundation black Americans see this, the more people are going to start to bug back, like, yo, wait a minute now, what's going on? Y'all are starting to now undermine us and affect us. It's one thing if you got some little dusty, Nigerian American on the street talking crap. Okay, whatever, man, I'm just walk past you. But you got somebody who's in a political position that can actually say yay or nay to certain things and start to, funnel certain resources to people that are scamming, do all this kind of stuff. Yeah, some black Americans are gonna speak out against that. I don't think that's them hating all black people from, outside of America or whatever like that. Now, do you have people like that? Maybe. I can't speak for tens of millions of people, but I just think it's a little wild to compare FBA to KKK when all FBA is just a better way to define an already pre-existing heritage. It's no different than when we were relabeled and reclassified as African Americans over 30 years ago, or when we were considered Negro Americans, or when we were considered colored. They were talking about the same people. Foundational Black American, just a more accurate description of what we are. Everybody don't gotta use that term. It's like, I don't call myself African American, but if I apply for a job, guess what? I gotta check African American. I understand what that's supposed to mean, though. That's really the crux of all of that. And I get on the internet, things can get, over exaggerated. People can come off like they hate Caribbeans and Africans and stuff like that. Most of us ain't really tripping over them like that, to be honest. I just want to say that, but y'all go ahead.
No, you're actually being fair in what you're saying. And I forgot Marsh. Oh, this is what I'm saying. If there's an obvious problem, in that problem that's stated, there tends to be a solution. Just like DeeDee is married. I'm not. I just found out I was ugly last week. But if y'all seen me on DeeDee's panel sometimes, we actually have a decent conversation about stuff like communication and connection with your partner and all that. Meaning she has a solution, some stuff that matters. So if I ask her, why I can't ask her about the stuff that matters versus getting up to Asby, what's wrong with them black women's? They're black. What's wrong with them black men's out here? Like, why not spend some time saying, is there a possible solution or people working together? Versus 90%, what's wrong with them peoples over here? These people over there, they're all scamming, they're all bad. Knowing it's a small population and most people are focused on the negative. That makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. But scam,
because then I got to troll and throw dust in there. Then everybody mad.
I'm used to it. You gotta point out the problem if you want to fix it. You can't just ignore it. You gotta address it. So because there are a lot of people who don't. I was one of those people. I thought I was perfect at one point. I didn't think that I had any problems, but I had to come the realization that I'm a problem. Like I'm not perfect as I thought I was. So I had to work on those things, but that had to be addressed. That had to be pointed out. So it had to be pointed out for me to start to see it. I didn't like it at first, and then when I really realized I had to work on it, and then I got better. So that's all that is. And I think that scam. You gotta
I just found out I was ugly, and I'm trying to get it fixed.
Right. Sometimes you can't fix that all these years. But,
I just found out last week.
Sometimes you can't fix that scam. Just saying.
Can a Somalian fix it?
I'm just saying. Reese, how you doing? What's going on, Ferg? Good to see you.
DeeDee? How you doing? Happy New Year.
Good. Happy New Year. Long time no see. Good to see you.
Yes, ma'am.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Reese, what's Happy New Year to you, Reese? How are you? What do you want to say about the conversation?
I just chimed in. I'm kind of late.
So you want to just listen a little bit more?
Yeah, I got to listen and see what's going on.
Gotcha.
I'm channel hopping and you first.
What up, Reese?
Oh, okay.
Came to the best part. How you doing, Ms. Diddy? I was
I'm
listening
good.
in when it was I guess in reference to just in taking over, I guess job opportunities, denying people. Let me tell you, I worked in education. The last thing a lot of these tight jean wearing dudes ever wanted to do is be a truck driver. They didn't want to do manual labor work. So even in the state of Kentucky, they just revealed that they were giving out licenses to undocumented people just so they could work because, again, the young, tight jean, baby mama crying, I hate my daddy dude, they don't want to go into these positions. And in America, that's the perfect job for a young man to get into the force. A lot of dudes don't want to do the manual labor. A lot of foundational black ninjas don't. They want to do they want to do the boss job, but they don't want to do the job to get them to that boss level. And this is where we are today. So other races, which is unfortunate, they can get in those spots. That's why, I like what Trump has done. He's went in and got all of these poor people who are taking over jobs where niggas can get into. And you got to start somewhere because we're talking about 25, 35, 45, your strongest years of your life. Brothers ain't got time to be denying a job that can start them on the road to success. It takes work. Niggas they want to be a boss with elementary level of understanding. And I don't care. Y'all niggas, and this is just me bragging on myself, retired at 54. You niggas ain't smarter than me. And I'm going to make sure that when we put work side by side, I'm going to work to the best of my ability. I'm not going to complain about shit before I get the job done. I'm going to get the job done. And that's the level the ancestors set before me. Get the job done first. Don't complain before you start it. Because if I complain, I'm not getting the job done. I'm not building. I'm not protecting, especially in the prime of my life. I tell my son, and as I'll shut up, he got his CDL. He wanted to go to college. I said, what you going to go to college for? He was an AB student, but he was haggling. I don't know. Listen, take your ass to the military. I don't want to go. Okay. You got to do something. He got his CDL in July. He done saved from July. Last time I talked to him we talked about, his future money. He done saved about $10,000. He done already got 100,000 miles since he got his CDL. And when I was in the schools trying to get young brothers, listen, if you don't know what you want to do, go get a job, driving a truck, go see the country, go see other places you ain't never been, make your money, and you can figure it out. I don't want to do that. Why? They want to stick around their dumbass cousins who's telling them, don't do it. When now everybody's 25, 35, they're looking at life like, oh man, life is fucked up. But the opportunity only comes when it comes. It don't wait for you. And that's where a lot of people get in at. They come and they want to give it to Americans first. But if young brothers take on this idea that they're going to go on YouTube, a lot of them ain't going to make it. Just the reality. Because that's why you see women driving now. Because women understand, I can make good money doing this.
Good point.
So, let me shut up.
Hey, Trey Ferg, can you throw in the other races? Because there's white lazies and Hispanic lazies.
But see,
eating
they
the same
always
Pop-Tarts as the black lazies.
No scam. They always gonna get a pass. They ain't gonna be worried about that.
They're not getting a pass. They broke, dusted, and methed out.
What we feel about them does not affect them. They still go get the government benefit. They still go get all the food stamps. They can make $100,000 today, lose their job, be right in the office tomorrow. Their food stamps will be there on Monday. It ain't like that with us. We have to go through the struggle. But I'm saying, for a young man, I ain't talking about you 40-year-olds. You niggas is old too. Just admit that shit. But these young men, it's a great opportunity for them to get in places that we never could get in before because he's flushing out all of these people who ain't on paper. Get out. You gotta go, regardless of what country you're from. Get up through. Let these young brothers and sisters and these new people coming out of high school and college every year get an opportunity. And with AI, Everybody can't do YouTube. Everybody ain't got the emotions to do YouTube. They gonna get mad if you disagree with their feelings, and that's where you, as a man dealing with black man, yeah, it's cool, but the world is bigger than us. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? The world is bigger than us. Get your sons into opportunities now. Make they lazy ass do something. Something. You gotta make them do something. Let them figure it out while they crying. And now they might come up with 2 or 3 different things. They're like, oh, okay, cool. See, because you can't sit still as a man. I don't care what nobody say. You got to get moving. So,
for sure.
All right.
Hey, salute to you helping your son put a plan together, like a solution. Hey, we ain't got to figure it out, but you do this, save your money. Now you seen hey, salute to that. A plan and a solution.
I do it all the time. And outside of my son, that's the thing. That's why I go into the spaces I go into. It's a lot of young men in schools right now looking for direction. And that's why I say I'm going to show up there because they ain't got out here. They ain't been beat up by the women. They ain't been beat up by the man. They still looking for a way. And they hungry for it. They hungry. I see it. And they asking questions. And I'm just, like Cat Williams said, the truth has to be revealed to our young people today. They can't be lying or, hiding. No, the truth has to be revealed because a lot of us.
Question for the panel,
let me shut up.
Any of y'all got teenagers around y'all right now?
Mm-hmm.
In your immediate family?
Yeah, I do.
Is it me or is this a new group?
Yeah, I do.
Like better than the 2 generations before it?
Yeah, because they seen what happened with the last couple of generations. Plus, they got the internet. They got brothers like Ferg right here that's talking to them, all that kind of stuff. So it's good, I think. You know what I mean?
Watch this, y'all.
It's like a paradigm shift.
5 high schools over here in Philly that have shut down their daycares. There's no patrons.
Oh, really?
There's no young people pregnant.
People aren't having kids.
Right. There's none anywhere, and it hasn't been.
Apparently, the Somalis are. they got the daycares filled up. Apparently,
their days are numbered.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of pregnant white or pregnant black women.
Somebody say that again, Palmer.
They talk like the numbers going down in churches too, though.
Yeah, because most brothers can read the Bible and act on it themselves. You don't need a preacher to tell you to give him money that's tax-free and you trying to get your car fixed and he got 3 of them.
They need to get rid of some of these churches anywhere. Ain't nowhere to park.
There's always a church on. Why there's so many churches on every block? There's a church.
In Chicago alone, there's 50,000.
That's too many. Why? Like, what are they doing? Like, all those church, like, you just driving down the street to church, you could just count them. Like, too many.
Have you ever had to park a block and a half where you live?
A block and a half from the church?
You come home and you have to park a block and a half from where you live.
No,
and
I
then
haven't.
walk home.
Because
you have to drive around.
That's crazy.
For a spot.
Where that's happening
crazy.
In Philly, all over Philly.
Yeah,
oh my God.
It happens in Chicago too.
I dare you to go shopping on Sunday morning and try to come back.
Why not?
What? Oh God, no.
Somebody from the church gonna have your spot.
Nah, DeeDee's in Texas. This is Texas full of parking spaces.
Texas got them big old mega churches too.
They do.
Yeah,
but I mean, you talking about like from your house, like somebody parked. Hell no, I got a driveway. You ain't blocking my driveway. So I couldn't imagine.
They do it in Chicago all the time.
Yo, remember, I don't know how old y'all are, but the church played a big role in the relationship game back in the day.
Yeah,
it's not like that anymore.
Because the church was ran by men who was trying to build the community and protect all. Now it's just ran by a man who wants to smooth you out your money.
They all ex-cons. About 5 of them.
Yeah, most of them are single.
Yeah, speaking of scamming, that's another one.
No, people, same thing with church. They go with the worst of the worst and use it as the narrative. Okay. Most churches are small and have small or very few problems like what you see. but there are the loudest and the worst, the mega and the the trans pastors and all that wild stuff. But that's a small percentage. They're just the loudest.
Trans pastor.
Oh
The
yeah,
hell?
Or pastors
Wow.
chasing
Wow.
trans and who was it? All these wild videos.
they
That's
do.
not
Yeah, they
90%
got
of
a lot
churches.
of videos. The pastors getting exposed right now.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
But look at them.
But
They always
also that stuff's not new either.
right. They
We just
always
got
ask what
internet.
that pastor
That's
said.
wild.
The Lord told him, "I need all of y'all to give this amount of money." Like right now, I'm like, that's when I would just get up and walk out. Like,
Yes.
what are y'all doing? Like, people still falling for that? Like, why do people still fall for that when they tell
I'm
you,
gonna
"Oh,
put him on the phone. I'm gonna ask him myself. Hey, man, did you say that?
No,
The
I know
pastor
what you're
tripping.
talking.
mm-mm.
I know what video she talking about. He said he wanted a couple of them said they wanted a plane. One of them said, "Listen, I need new everything." But again, poor people. Most of the people who really believe in Christianity, most of them are broke.
right?"
Oh, it's like playing the lottery. You want somebody to make you feel good about the fact that you've been on bullshit most of your life, and it's okay. I
That's
got a
not true,
plan
Trey
for
Clark.
you, man. Okay, I'll go into some of the. Okay, all right. If you say, but like you said, what has the church done for your community? What pastor has hired the people from your community to build his congregation?
Nothing. And I will agree with Scam. I think the majority of churches are small. Like all those churches you see, most of them are small. Then
Yeah,
they got
most
a
of them.
couple of the mega ones who getting all the money. And then because look, I come from New Orleans, Katrina. And so the mega church out there, which we was members of at the time, was Greater St. Stephen's with Paul Martin. I don't know if y'all ever heard of him. And when the storm happened, they was out. They got on a plane or whatever however they got out of there. They got out of there. He got his family out of there. And everybody, the majority of the people who were a part of the church, they homes and stuff got flooded. So they were, just they had to get on the buses and go, and they scattered all over Texas and different parts of the country. And they didn't do anything to help. It was the smaller churches who were actually trying to do things to help before the storm hit, to help the people, while the mega church pastor was out of there, gone with his family. And then afterwards, he going around looking to try to find members. I'm like, your members are scattered, and the church fell apart after that. Like it was, they moved to Atlanta, and then they did it out. They got the church out there, and it just never was the same. It was never the same. And now he's retired, and I think his son-in-law is the pastor, and his daughter is the co-pastor. But I mean, it's just like, come on now, this just insane. Like they don't really be doing a whole lot. You do like fundraisers, but you're not raising the money. The community is raising the money to help the community. Y'all keeping y'all money, and you're using the people of the congregation to give back to the same congregation. That's crazy to me. But that's how
I put it to you like this: if the church was making sure every young man had a job, some kind of way to have some money in his pockets, the way that they orchestrated things would make sense. They would make sure the young girls would have jobs. It would make sense. But it's like you almost paying to have faith. And I say, I don't know. I got to a point to where, maybe it was the church I was at. I feel like y'all understand the book a little bit. I done heard it so much. I just seen it from a different perception. And I just feel like it's the way they kick it is destructive. I ain't gonna lie. You divide the father from the son. I just don't think some of that Bible is as negative as people put it. But if orchestrated the right way and understood the right way, I feel like our family structures and the way things will be working will make most sense. But that Bible and how it's kicked ain't it.
Yeah.
People are I'm not a fan of beat up the church. We know the problems, but they're overstated. But there are people like church resume workshops, church almost like job fairs, church networking, where people actually do help people go and get jobs. I've seen that. They're like, let's not act like as if they're not doing anything, or that this is the 90%. Most churches don't advertise and aren't all over the media and all over the news. They just do what they do, and the people go home. But I'll leave it there.
Well, wouldn't you think that would be something? Maybe this helped me understand better, right? Because, like you already stated, the smaller churches will be more hands-on with the community, right? But wouldn't you think that if I have a church and I'm trying to build a community, right, and I'm doing these things, wouldn't it be beneficial to let everybody know? Listen, you don't have to be a member at my church. You ain't gotta. You ain't even got the money to give. That's why we trying to do a food drive. That's why we trying to rate. You show up, right? We can give you the resources. We're gonna put you in positions where we can get the resume together. We can teach you how to interview for a job. We can teach you basic life skills on whatever. We can give you respite care for Slow Nug Nug and Taisha. We can help you out in that capacity because, again, the churches are bringing in $52 million a year. For all you slow math people, multiply that shit by 52 off the top of your head.
But Ferg, they're not doing that because they that takes away too many resources from them. They don't do that. They don't do that. They, in fact, a lot of, and I ain't gonna say a lot. I'm gonna just say the one that I was a part of and a couple of others. They didn't want to. There was one pastor who came to the church and was like, "Hey, we're going to meet the needs of the people. If you need any help, if you need, got a bill, you need to be paid or something, come on, we're going to help you." Why the pastor get up there and say, "Wait a minute, hold up. You got to be a member of the church."
You know what I'm saying?
You got to be a member to get that help. And we're looking at each other like, what? If a person has a need and they're there, help them. Why is it you got to be? Because see, they got to. It's a lot of foolishness going on in them big mega churches, especially the big ones.
That's capitalism.
If you're not a deacon or pastor, you just
how can it be where people just come to church and can get hooked up and then nobody's paying in? Money got to come from somewhere to be able to go somewhere.
And I ain't gonna lie, this is kind of where my faith it was.
And I will say the mega churches do go one way. I'll admit that. It goes in and we put it back out. But
if you're really helping somebody, if you really like saying you're godly and you're helping people, it shouldn't always be about money. Those same people aren't just coming every time. They just happen to be there. Oh, my girlfriend brought me to church and then she's going through something. Because, people always going through something. So she's going through something. And, the spirit touched her and, okay, let me go get saved. First you get saved and then you might need a bill paid. If somebody say you need a bill paid, you need it. Okay, you get that help that time. I'm just saying, like, they, for the past, in and be like, hold up, we can't help you if you ain't a member. That's crazy to me. Like, that was
when they go commercial, you usually can't trust them. When loud messages, over advertising, is usually something that you can't trust because it's not supposed to be about getting all this attention and putting on all this big show. So that's kind of the red flag.
It's a rock concert.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be that. But that's also why you won't see the smaller or medium size that are doing things. It's also why you won't hear from and see them all over the internet. They do what they do and they go home because it's not about.
There's truth to that.
Why not do a lottery once a month? Churches are getting tax-free dollars. Y'all know that, right? There ain't no taxes coming off that. Pastor getting his. If you ain't a pastor or a deacon, you just giving away your money. Everybody else, if you ain't on the pay roster, you ain't getting nothing out of it because most people can read that same book themselves and go act on it in the community. You don't have to. I just don't never understand that. And I say this and I shut up, right? Because again, here we are. We're in this modern world. We're struggling with men and women getting together in the prime of their life, and none of them are getting the wisdom from the church. The church is actually advocating for you to stay separate because God said, wait. God don't say wait. God say do.
And keep giving you that money.
Do you go to church?
No, I haven't been to church in the last 15 years. Since the last time I went to a church, I'll shut up. Got all dressed up. Me and my son. Had my son in my arm. I'm going into church. They sang a few songs. I seen there was a lot more women. They sang a song. All of a sudden, the pastor got up in front of the church and said, "All right, if you're not a member of this church, you got to leave." I'm like, well, damn. That was the last time. Before I could even get to some hellos and thank you, shake hands, I look back at the back of the church, the pastor was by the door like this. I ain't never
Well,
been
Trey
back
Ferg,
since.
how is it that everybody that knows everything wrong with the church ain't been in 30 years?
But the church has gotten worse.
How is it the people that know that they got worse and know every scam, everything wild going on in church? How do they
Because
notice if they ain't been in 30,
It
40,
been
50 years?
happening, Scam. It ain't just started. It's just now exposed. And it's worse.
There you go.
Damn, I stay on the side of Houston that they building up right now, boy. They put a church right here on a decent little side of the south side over here, like towards Pasadena area. Wasn't nobody going to it. They turned into it like a little elementary school or something, like / daycare or something.
Yeah, and
No, in Houston,
listen,
Windsor
Scam.
Village. Windsor Village is a big black church that does pay people's bills. I'll put that out there.
No,
Southwest
it's
Houston.
not about paying the bills though. It's not about paying the bills.
No, I just had to throw one out there. There's one.
But again,
church.
How you know about it, Scam? Did you go there?
I used to live in
you
Houston.
got your bills paid?
Almost 8 years.
You got your bills paid?
No, I had a job.
Church?
No, I had a job.
Oh, Scam, what
Yeah,
else?
I've been there.
You know about stuff and we can't.
But Scam, listen, I work with the community. I work with churches, and the churches would be the least one to donate any damn thing. Pal, I got $100. He pull it out of his pocket with a knot. Hold up, man.
What?
I'm just saying though, it's unfortunate.
Okay, I've been an off and on church member for a while, and I'll tell you there's problems. I'm gonna sit there and say, "Oh, church is perfect." I very rarely I hear just y'all are bringing up the wild 10% as if this is what happens every Sunday.
Listen, if the church was putting young men on jobs before anybody else had to put money in their pockets, I put it to you like this. Me and the young men in my church, the first place we met up at was Fort Bend County. That's why I seen we was all in Fort Bend County. Feel me? Like, nah, we wasn't working. If I was able to stack up my money and get a truck or give me a little APT and stack my ends, man, that's something to be thankful for. That would be a reason to be there. Feel what I'm saying? But it's not that. It's come, praise God, go home. Pay your tithes or offering, or they gonna give your mama or somebody with you a letter like, say, man, you're not paying your portion.
I tell you what, go to a church, Fort Bend. Go in Harris County. Walk in the church, go maybe 2-3 weeks, and then just go ask a pastor or somebody standing up in the aisle, hey man, look, I've been struggling. I'm trying to get my CDL. Can you network me with somebody who's already doing this that can help me out? See if they link you to somebody. If they say no, or I won't help you, walk out, put their name on blast. I'll pay the super chat. But if it's a church with 200 people in there, knowing there's somebody driving a CDL, knowing there's somebody who sells insurance, knowing there's teachers, attorneys, whatever, hey, can you link me with somebody who can help me? Not just I want a handout. Can you link me with somebody I can just talk to, take the lunch, learn more about the plan that I want to go to? Can you have somebody look over my plan? If they say no, let's roast them on the next dust panel. Is that fair?
And you say I gotta go to a specific church, and you say either Fort Bend or Harris County. That's crazy,
No, I'm just throwing it out. The church ain't coming to knock on your door and say, excuse me, I heard that you were black. May I give you a job, please? That's not gonna happen.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm just trying to balance it out. Yeah, churches be doing some dust.
Maybe the new church is doing that, Scam.
Maybe the one in his neighborhood.
The church I was in, there were people who lost their jobs and went to the church to get assistance because they had a program now, but they told them they couldn't help them. The man that I know,
that's not cool.
Yeah, it's not. So maybe it's, of course, we're not. Maybe it's not, because I did say the smaller churches are the ones that actually help. The bigger ones, maybe that's because that was a bigger one. They did not, and these people left the church. Eventually left the church because they're like, damn, I've been giving tithes to the church for years. And here I done lost my job. I go to my pastor, go to the no, and it wasn't the past because it's a big church, so it wasn't the pastor you go to. They have their financial, sector where you go, and they could not help them. They could not help them. They were pissed. These people have been members of the church for over 20 years, and they could not get an ounce of help from the church, and they left. They end up leaving a lot of people left the church because of that.
Yeah, that's not cool at all. That's absolute dust.
I mean, that was a big church, so maybe it was just a big church.
I put it to you like this: that church where old boy was like everybody reaching and they was talking about pull out 1,000, or he was like pull out 2,000. I put it to you like this: if he had put everybody in a job in that church house in a position to be making some kind of money like that, right? And I could see him asking something like that. It would make sense. Because at the end of the day, it's like, bro, think about it. I asked y'all to do that once. You done made this 12 times, or however many times. It's like, bro, when you can't do this one time, it's crazy. That would make sense to me, right?
They have more of a point, yeah.
Yeah, that church is commercial, so I wouldn't trust them out the gate.
But again, churches before, the pastor being a pastor used to be a part-time job. Most of them worked a job, and when they needed something done, they hired people that went to the church to do the job. You gave them an opportunity by hiring them to cut the grass, be the painter. You don't need that many dudes just to fix the church up themselves. Now, the pastor ain't getting his fingers dirty.
So I can't sit here and tell you. No churches have people networking. No churches have single ministry, linking people and helping them to get married, helping people understand PMI on mortgage loans and everything. I can't rock because I've seen it. People met in church, got married, got to counseling. Seen people, even drug addiction. Scary, but I mean, I've seen the good that they do. I can't. So I'm not just saying throw it all away. This is the only thing that's happening is they're scamming and running off with the money. I can't rock with it. I've seen too much.
No, but I do think people should shop around for the church that fits them.
That's true too. Go to place that fits you.
Don't let people punk you into going to the church because they like it. Your ideologies will change over time, and you have to look at what's truthful. And it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I would not. I am not a part of a church at this. We are not a part of a church at this point. Because we've seen too much too. And I mean, with these pastors out here who wear these tight pants and dresses and stuff, I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell? And then you have the message that the pastor, you got to listen to what they're saying. It's like they're catering to modern women. You're catering to single modern women. You're telling these women the things that they want to hear, so you can keep them bringing their tithes and their offerings. You're not really, I don't see them doing nothing that's beneficial in from my view to help, especially a man. If anything, they catering to these women sitting on the front row with tight dresses on with their BBLs. Hell, some of the pastors have BBLs. So it's like,
wow.
Now.
Wow.
So I'm just like, nah, that's not right. I could read the Bible. I mean, you could know the word and live good, live a certain way. You don't need to go to that.
How much you think y'all saving, Miss DeeDee, with your family? If everybody was putting in $5 a week,
to the
how much
church?
You think y'all saving? Yes.
Oh Lord, I don't know how much. It'll be a lot.
Maybe a couple thousand a year.
No,
see, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not.
I met a woman. I met a woman, she was like, if a man won't date me, he had to put in at least $400 a month. I said, well, you'll probably be single most of your life. I said, you expect a man who's trying to build and protect his home and grow his income to pay $400? She said, yes.
Wait, for
That's
what?
part of my requirement. She wanted a man to pay $400 a month to tithe $400 a month.
Oh.
She wanted, and listen,
You could drive a Mercedes for $400.
But listen, hold on. She wanted this was her mindset. She give $400 and her man give $400.
That's Rolls Royce.
I said, you stupid. That was the last time I talked to her.
Trying to get something, man. No, sound like she finessing
Man, I
somebody.
wouldn't give a nigga $400
trying
a
to find a
month
trick.
unless he built my house. Gave me I got a new car. Ain't no way I'm gonna give a pastor to read a book that I've been having laying around my house since I was a kid to read to me. And now, once I read it, I always understood that I must act on what I read.
Now, was she really giving that 400 to the church?
I don't know, Ms. D. I don't know. That's what she told me. I was like, okay, cool. You gonna be single forever. And we had one more conversation. That was it. I couldn't tell you what she got that. So, no.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I was gonna say to scams.
Women, but I haven't heard that one. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say to Scam's point, because I don't go to church a lot myself, but the last few times I did go with my father over the last year or so, it's a small church, so to Scams to compliment Scam, there's some truth to that as far as smaller churches trying to help other people, that go to church, because it's only but so many of them. I remember one guy, I think is either his wife or somebody in his family was in the hospital, and then somebody else was getting over a drug addiction and different things like that. They were trying to help them out as much as they could, financially and in other ways. But a lot of it was mostly, thoughts and prayers, all that kind of stuff. But they were chipping in financially too. I did see that. So, of course there are churches like that. It's just this country is so driven on money and capitalism. On the flip side, you have, the mega churches and apparently pastors with BBLs, all this kind of stuff going on, to where it's more of a show and a circus than like what Ferg was saying. You could just read the Bible yourself or the Quran or whatever you believe in, and then apply that to your life. Things like how to eat to live and all that kind of stuff is kind of religious adjacent things that people can just read in their everyday life, common sense things, or how to manage your money, how to treat other people, and learn about your soul and your physical. You can learn about these things without going to church. Church is actually you anyway. A building is just something that we made. I'm not trying to bash anybody who goes to church. Do what you got to do, but you don't have to do that in order to talk to God and to get the word and all that kind of stuff. So it does kind of turn into something else, like what DeeDee was saying with the feminism aspect, or all the different things. That is a thing too, as well as on the flip side. To compliment Scam, you do also have the smaller churches who do try to help out with what they can, but I think it should be more. It seems like that was more of a tight-knit thing 60 years ago and 100 years ago, things like this, compared to now. But that also goes into the whole America becoming more individualistic too. But we don't have to go there to get the words. Is my overall point, though.
Yeah, and I do see that it is the smaller churches. I do remember now this Pentecostal church. Now this Pentecostal church was basically white people. It was white. My grandmother used to go there, and those people, they would raise the offering. It was a smaller church, but it was very nice. The people were super friendly. They would raise, like if you was on the sick and shut in, they would raise the entire offering. Now they did the opposite of the big black mega church. I'm just pointing that out because it was black. This was a white pastor, white church. They would raise the offering in the church and give it directly to the people. They would give it directly to them and say, hey, I hope this can help you. God bless you. I did see that. But that was a relatively small church. Really nice people, I will say. So, I mean, I've never seen that. Well, I did see it in a small black church once. So, I mean, it just depends on the church and the people. Like, when you used to get millions of dollars from your church, you ain't trying to give nothing away. You trying to get it all for yourself. And then when you've accumulated, you driving Bentleys and all these kind of cars, you got bills now. So you can't give nothing. You just got to keep getting. That's what happens when you get used to making all that money. Anytime the offering is 30,000 short and you tell the congregation, that's a problem. I'm just like, what? I'm like, oh my God. You telling people you 30,000, the tithes are 30,000 short.
30,000.
Come out your purse. Take all your money from your diaper money. I don't care. I need it. What?
I've seen some. I'm not gonna lie and say I haven't seen some stuff, but
that means you got
from the multiple churches I've been and through different parts of the country.
Yeah,
I still got a 3, 4, 5 to 1 positive things versus the negative.
I mean, yeah.
Sometimes it's a bad pastor, but a good congregation. Sometimes it's a bad pastor.
Churches
Yeah,
need to
sometimes, you
evolve,
know,
bro. Churches need to evolve, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I done seen some wicked in the church, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I done went out to Arkansas and seen bangers in the church house. They playing the pastor and them at say, bro, it's crazy. I ain't even gonna bogus with you. But bro, I ain't gonna lie, as young kids, bro, middle school, trying to learn how to throw up street numbers and with hand sign picking like bogus, just kids. Feel me? I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Young and trying to put things together. Like I said, bro, I ain't gonna lie, but because it never really clicked to youngsters, bro. Like I say, bro, that whatever older people was trying to convey to us, it really didn't click. But I get what y'all saying. The church is a major factor, bro, because it been a pillar through these years, bro. But I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't know to you. I feel like that the way they teach the Bible is the reason why a lot of young men ain't got fathers and they don't know what to do out here in the real world, bro. I feel like the Bible made it cool to separate father from son, bro. But it'll
that's
make
the
The
sense.
thing,
devil knows the
man.
Bible too.
Sure do. And I don't trust none of them pastors because they be gangsters
Cheating.
and hoes. The pastors be hoes too. And
Cheating
they
on
be
their
a
wife.
whole bunch of women fooling with sister Mildred, and they be all over the place with the wife
Mildred.
be knowing Mildred and Sally and shit. Hell,
And them old school names.
It's
Clarissa.
Sally Mae
Bonquishas
and them.
now. It's Bonquishas and Shanitas
Yeah.
now.
Sharkeisha.
Yeah.
Sister Bonquisha and Sharkeisha be on the front row, and he be fooling with them, and then always be wanting to. Well, I want to come talk to you. Hell no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be caught nowhere with you. Like, come on, they be
Hey,
foul. They. It's a different. It's different. You know, I think they foul, but it's a lot of strange ones that you have to be on the lookout for, and they just, you know, especially the ones with the bigger churches to me, because they got to taste that money, and you know, once you know, it's like you can't go back now it's not about the word and the Lord. You got to strategize now. You got to tell the word the right way and look at the numbers. Will get your money. We got to cater to the women this week, y'all, because you know we got to get the money. So you got to start making. It ain't about what you know what it should be about. It's about getting that dollar, and that's that.
hey, you know what's funny? You said it made me think of my father's church. He was telling me after I told my mother had passed in 2024, and he said as soon as she passed away, some of the ladies at his church, the same church they both went to, started trying to holler at him and get him to try to be together and all this type of stuff. He was looking at them like, hell no, I ain't about to move you into my house. He's like, we can kick it and stuff like that. He was like, no, they trying to get me to. He was telling me to try to get him to pay their bills and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, man, you sound like guys. I was that. They sound like guys my age out here that's single. He was like, nah, you about to have me paying for all your stuff, and because you know my dad lives all right compared to some of the people he goes to church with. They know that, so they think he's rich. He ain't. My father's not no rich man. He's hardworking man. He put his time in everything like this, and they trying to get him to take care of them. These are just the regular churchgoers and stuff like that. My dad's he's a deacon, so he's kind of a big deal a little bit at the church, but he was
Blue.
like, yeah.
Hey, my bad. Listen, you don't know that your father. You don't know that your father's rich, but believe me, those women know what them pockets is like. That's why they trying to get up through her.
Yeah, he told him hell no.
women love, even if it ain't about, you know what I'm saying. Let's take the money out of it. Women love a dude in a position of leadership.
Yeah,
they like
he's newly single and all that. Yeah, no, we was cracking up about that. He was like, man, it was like not even a month. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of cold hearted a little bit, because he didn't get chance to really process that. And they was already on him. He's like, man, he was like, nah. He's like, I'll see you at church on next Sunday, Miss May. No.
You didn't bring no pound cake over to the house? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what he does. I don't know what he's just doing at his house. I don't live with him, but
you can get some pound
cake.
But I bet they was wearing tight dresses and low cut, and they putting on their best outfits trying to entice the man. That's what they do.
I ain't gonna lie. Some of the ladies that are like in their 70s for their age, some of those black ladies still look pretty nice for they ain't all out of shape, and it like they ain't got the lunch lady arms and stuff like that. So yeah, they try to put their bid in. They know what time it is.
How old is Pops?
So he'll be 77 in March.
Oh, okay. He's getting the 70s. Yeah, 70s girls be getting it in, man. more than you 40-year-olds.
Oh no, I'm not saying he ain't got his his little lady friends, but he was like, no, they trying to get me to move them in and try to like marry them. He was like, hell no. He tried to live his last years, single with his love, his friends and everything like that. They just he like, nah, we ain't.
And they trying to lock him down.
Yeah, even when I was there, they was like, "Hey, tell your dad I said this and whoopty whoop." I'm like, man, don't put me in this. Well, I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Salute to Pops, man. Salute to Pops, man. That means he's a well-kept guy. You know what I'm saying?
He still got all his hair, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, he's good.
Still got all his hair.
Yeah.
Hey,
76, Cam.
Mine was gone at 22.
That's amazing.
Damn.
That's
unfortunate.
You was stressing, Scam.
And I just got ugly last week. So, yeah, I got a problem.
I mean, ladies don't look like the ball look, man. You might be all right.
He ain't no Coach Ferguson. Man. Stop.
Oh, Lord.
Let me tell you something.
I got to go get women with talking points or something. I
That
don't know.
pastor with that, I'm still thinking about that pastor with that BBL and that dress on.
You saw one with it. You saw it?
I saw
I'm glad
him.
I didn't see that.
I thought you were joking.
Sashaying across the stage. I'm gonna try to find that. I don't know if he had a BBL. I'm just old.
He had bonds on.
And he was strutting with heels on across stage. I think he had a
seen
bald
that.
head.
I seen that. I seen a clip of a dude with some heels on.
Yeah,
And
heels as a pastor. He was a
Yeah,
pastor. You trying to go for the pastor or the woman, what you call the co-pastor? Yeah.
Yo, have y'all seen this new trend with these husky niggas doing this the drag walks with heels and fishnets?
I haven't seen it.
No, I have not. No.
Oh, what's happening?
Let me see if I can
I
find
lived in Atlanta. I thought I saw it all. But that I ain't seen.
Football teams are doing it.
They putting on heels and what? Stockings?
For what?
I'm gonna try to find it.
They think that's funny. That looks bad.
Crack adults, man. The kids, man. It's all this
I
shit
saw
changed
some weird
after
stuff
dope.
when I lived in Atlanta.
That's different.
So they put on fishnet stockings with skirts and heels on, big as they are, and what? Walking down the street?
Yeah, for what? For what though?
A defensive tackle with fishnets.
They trying to prove a point.
What are you trying to prove? You want people?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is this for? That's something else.
Ain't nothing about that godly to see a 300-pound man with the clothes on that your mama wear. No.
I ain't gonna put on lipstick next.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm about to wrap this up, y'all. I'm tired.
Interesting.
On that note,
DeeDee, I'm innocent today.
You might not
No,
be
you're not. No, you're not.
innocent.
Scam, you're never innocent. Because you come on here trying to troll, so you're never innocent in my book.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm
Yo,
innocent.
what's my man
trying to
name
build
on
a
Charlie
community.
Brown with the dust following him everywhere he go? Pigpen. That's
Scam.
the scam. Dust around him all the time. In the
On Charlie
shower.
Brown, Pigpen.
One show he was in the shower and the dust was in there with it.
like a dust cloud falling. The water couldn't penetrate the dust, I guess.
It was raining. That nigga still had that cloud.
Scam you Pigpen from now on.
Oh,
Scam
Lord.
you Pigpen. Jesus Christ.
You got to change your name, man.
No, I calmed down a lot. 2023, 22, it was bad. They used to blow up all kind of panels.
So you better now.
That's good.
Yeah. Checked into a dust rehab center.
Progress.
He said dust rehab. This is crazy.
All right, Dusty. Oh, and I ain't gonna call you Dusty. My bad. All right, y'all. I gotta get off here. I appreciate y'all popping up though, child. This supposed to be a short. It is short actually, but I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna try to go live more often this year. I'm gonna try.
Salute to you, Ms. D-Day. Hey, listen, you go live when you go live. It is what it is. You got a family, so you can come to us when you get the time. You know what I'm saying? I just appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Just real quick, you was, like I said, you was the first panel that I ever came up on, right?
Really?
You was the first panel. Yeah, the first time. That was like 2022. And since then, as I move around, because I ain't doing shit, I sleep at 3 o'clock every day. But what I've seen Black men evolving for the better. seen them getting out from behind the women and sort of getting in front of their own lives, which is a good thing, but it's also scary for people who've always been in control. And the fact that young men and black men, period, are taking more control of their lives, I can see a better future and brighter future 10 years down the road. I think you got sons, and my son, they similar, close to age. By the time they get into their 30s and 40s, they ain't gonna have to deal with the stuff that myself and you saw from those women, because they're gonna be able. It's like they're not gonna put themselves in positions to be in a lot of debt. They're thinking financially more. They're thinking, you know what I'm saying, get the skills. I say a brother without the skills in his 30s and 40s, he'll struggle. So salute to them, man. You know, salute to the married people, all you single people. Y'all better get somebody before y'all get gray hairs and shit. Calm down, make a deal with somebody, man. Other than that,
but ain't no good. Scam ain't got no hair. Like he already, you know.
It's all right, Scam, man.
Gray. He don't have no
You're
hair.
good. Just find another woman with no hair, Scam. You'll be straight. My bad.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
You rub yourself down with some good car wax and the dust won't stick to you.
And my bald head does shine. I got oily skin too.
I can tell he's from the East Coast.
Yeah, he's from Philly.
Yeah, I can tell. That was too smooth.
Oh my God.
Oh man, y'all funny.
Oh my God. It's all good though. Scam, y'all good. Y'all good. All right, y'all.
Shout out to all the Somalians.
I'm out of here.
No, no, take that back. Don't do that.
Shout out to the Nigerians, Somalians, the Haitians.
What are you? Are
Jamaicans, Nigerians.
He's American.
Application.
Scam, are you telling
I
on
filled out a
yourself?
tether application. I'm waiting
Are
on
you
approval.
telling on yourself, Scam? Hold up. Are you telling on yourself?
Yeah, You got to retract.
All right, y'all.
I filled out an application. I'm just waiting
You
on
waiting on a
approval.
reply. Okay, bye. You out. I'm about to remove you. Bye, Scam.
All day.
Listen, shout out to Ferg, Scam, Reese, all of you guys. Thank y'all so much for popping up. I appreciate y'all so much. I gotta get out of here. I'm tired. I gotta go eat before 8:00. It's almost 8:00 here. But shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Happy New Year to everybody. Make sure you guys enjoy yourself. Be safe out here in the streets. Make sure you are watching the videos that are already posted on the channel. That is super important. Also share and like the videos. Turn on your notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. Make sure you guys are doing that. Stay tuned for more to come, you guys. I have more content. I post videos every single day. So make sure you are watching the videos and at least liking them and leaving a comment to let me know it's real. But that is it. I appreciate you guys. Happy New Year once again. Y'all be safe out here in the streets. And what else? Oh, also support in any way possible. If you want to support, you can support by purchasing a t-shirt, a mug, you know, any of those things to help support the channel in that way. All right. And hit the like button on your way out if you haven't already. But thank y'all once again. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all be safe and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. Bye.
It's DeeDeesReactions. DeeDeesReactions. I hope you enjoy the show. Like, share, subscribe. You know it's a vibe. Like, share, subscribe. 'Cause you know it's a vibe. It's DeeDeesReactions. Tell a friend, it's DeeDeesReactions. It's DeeDeesReactions. DeeDeesReactions. Later. It's DeeDeesReactions. DeeDeesReactions. I hope you enjoy the show. Like, share, subscribe. You know it's a vibe. Like, share, subscribe. 'Cause you know it's a vibe. It's DeeDeesReactions. Tell a friend, it's DeeDeesReactions. It's DeeDeesReactions. DeeDeesReactions. Later.